Going. Yeah. Once the kickoff starts, I'm done. So, I don't have to do anything.
Good Friday evening, and welcome to Gardner Edgerton High School and the Blazer Broadcast Network. Ryan Ragland with you alongside the Mr. GQ, Griffin Johns, is dapper and dandy, and man,
it's a Friday, man. You gotta look good.
I'm telling you what, I'm underdressed.
No, you're good.
But I am sporting the Blazer football.
Yeah, I know. I should have gone home first and got my Blazer football stuff on.
Hey, when you're dressed as GQ as you are, you can go anywhere you want. That's all that matters. Ryan Ragland with you alongside Griffin Johns on the Blazer Broadcast Network at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth with HD Broadcast, brought to you by Capesville Home Heating and Cooling. Tech support by American Computers. Jordan McIntyre is indulging in one Mr. Blazer's double cheeseburger. Huge thanks to Wally, who I already texted him and told him, I'll say it again, the best burgers in Gardner.
Absolutely.
Just to
100%.
start.
100%.
Then you can start working outside the radius.
Exactly.
And you can still overtake. I'm telling you.
I'm right there with you.
Blazers, the best. It don't matter what it is. Wally does it right. I'm just going to say.
Wally's barbecue is 100%, yes, the best, I feel like.
Pretty stout stuff. Tonight it is Olathe Northwest taking on your Gardner Edgerton Trailblazers, and Blazers coming off a nice win last week and we have to apologize, we didn't have it on the BBN last week, but the Blazers coming up with a nice win over Olathe East last week, 34-6. A little bit of a slow start, nice adjustments. Tevin McKelvey took over the second half and just does what Tevin McKelvey does. Blazers are now 4-1 on the year. Olathe Northwest 0-5. Or check that. 3-1.
That's a little bit different.
I jumped ahead. 3-1. Olathe Northwest 0-4, still looking for the win. And Olathe Northwest came into the league in 2004. The most wins that they've had in the season is 6. And, it's kind of a head scratcher because they have very good talent. I mean, you take a look at the state titles that they have, and they just, for whatever reason, they've brought in great coaches and everything, just have not been able to get.
So we're saying they've kind of hit that ceiling, and they're just trying to get past it, is what you're saying, right?
I don't even think they've hit this. They haven't hit the ceiling. They've had 6 wins. It's just trying to get over that hump to get that tradition going, and you don't want to say 15 years and you're looking for an identity, but it's kind of what it is. They've rotated a lot of coaches in. It makes it tough on the kids when you're changing coaches, staff, whatever you want.
There's got to be consistency if you're going to try and find that identity. And obviously, what you just said, if they're changing coaching staffs all the time, they're not going to have an identity. It's going to be different every year.
Yeah, and but at the same time, this is definitely a team that you don't lax on, because you get you get a team that hasn't won, they get hungry.
Oh, for sure.
And if they get that hint or that inkling that they have a chance to win a game, you just started digging a hole you may not be able to get out of.
Well, especially late in the game, if you have a team that's hungry like that hasn't had a win yet, if you let them, if they're close, third quarter, fourth quarter, you better watch out, because you just let a team that's got a lot of fight in them still in the game. Yeah,
and that's definitely the last thing you want to do. We're taking a look around the Sunflower League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware in Olathe. And again, the Blazers come up with a nice 34-6 win last week over Olathe East. Other scores around the Sunflower League, it was Lawrence Free State over Shawnee Mission West, 44-28. Shawnee Mission West, the Vikings, that's a team that's going to be troubled. The Blazers will be taking them on here in a few weeks. Shawnee Mission South over Olathe South over Shawnee Mission South, 16-10. It was Olathe West over Shawnee Mission North as the Owls get their first win, 35-12. Shawnee Mission Northwest remains undefeated, and they defeat the Titans, or the Lancers, of Shawnee Mission East. And man, the Lancers have just.
Yeah.
Wow, you're not expecting that.
It almost started week 1. It started week 1.
It did start week 1.
When they lost to us by that big, and they really haven't found their feet after that.
They haven't found much. Columbine, the number 1 team in the state of Colorado, comes into Olathe, takes on the Eagles of Olathe North, and gets away with the win, 24-21. That was a game where Olathe North led late 21-17, and Columbine comes back with a late score, and that's one that might pull at the Eagles just a little bit, because that's not
Especially
only
down the road, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was at home.
No, down the road.
Oh, down the road, yeah. You know, that's a big feather in your cap if you can take a number one team in any state, and you know they come to your place, and you know you play the way you did. Yeah, you got to feel like you let one get away from you. Shawnee Mission Northwest 54 over East 34. We talked about Columbine over Olathe North, and Olathe Northwest got trounced by Lawrence 54-21. Now here's the scenario with Shawnee Mission Northwest and Lawrence. Both teams are undefeated, and as I look down the schedule, I pointed out to you, look who's playing tonight. Lawrence, Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Okay.
Here's the scenario.
Keep a close eye on that.
Have you ever seen Saturday Night Live, and the guy did the Charles Barkley imitation, and he always did the Charles Barkley. He goes, scenario. You know, what would you rather do? Okay. That's the thought that hit my head.
I got you.
Yeah, I'll have to get that. It was pretty good. Anyway, if you've seen it, you're laughing, you're chuckling. If not, you're going, move on, and I'm going to move on. Shawnee Mission Northwest takes on Lawrence tonight. Both teams are undefeated. Blazers are one of the only few teams that are playing both of them. So I'm going to give you a scenario. Shawnee Mission Northwest defeats Lawrence.
Okay.
We play Shawnee Mission Northwest in a couple weeks. We beat Northwest.
Yep.
The same time that we're playing Shawnee Mission Northwest, Lawrence plays at Olathe North.
Okay.
So here's what happens. If Shawnee Mission Northwest defeats Lawrence, gives them a loss, and then Lawrence loses, which is needed, and Lawrence loses to Olathe North, and we turn around and beat Shawnee Mission Northwest, that puts the Blazers and Olathe North 1A and 1B at the top of the Sunflower League.
Okay.
Now, the only other team, and I haven't looked at it totally yet. I haven't looked down the 16 teams for the playoffs, but the only other team that I can remember off the top of my head that has one loss is Blue Valley, and that came to St. Thomas in week one.
And when we were watching that, we were going, what the heck is happening?
Exactly. We're watching the score going, now wait a minute, St. Thomas is just, ripping up, which is what St. Thomas does with Coach Striley.
It had to be like 42-0 at half, wasn't it?
It was
something crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty stout. In fact, and real quick, a huge thanks to Chad Rado with 810 Varsity Sports that does a great job with his 810varsity.com and shares our broadcast with them. And I'm taking a look at Blue Valley and the rest of their schedule. Looking it up on 810 Varsity Sports as we go over to schedule. They have Blue Valley Northwest tonight, at Miege next week, which is definitely going to be a tough game, Mill Valley and Blue Valley West. Blue Valley West is a team you don't want to sleep on. They're coming up and playing well. But when you take a look at the standings, basically in the area in Class 6A, so I'm looking down, Blue Valley is 3-1. Olathe North at 3-1. And their loss is out of state. Taking a look, Lawrence undefeated at 4-0. Blazers at 3-1. Shawnee Mission Northwest undefeated, and Lawrence Free State at 3-1. So if that scenario would happen,
pan out, yeah.
You got a cluster going on at the top, and at some point they come up and they just they do coin flips.
Oh, and that's what I was just about to say. It just comes down to a coin flip in the conference room at that point.
Yeah, and that makes it hard, and I understand what Keisha's doing with getting the 16 teams into stuff, because there was times, and even the Blazers were a victim of it, where you would have 3 really, really tough teams in their district.
Oh yeah,
and only 2 of them were going to go in, and you had really bad district where between the 4 teams you have 3 wins and still 2 of them are going.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing with the district play, how it used to play out, you can go 6-0. Because you used to play 9 games back then, 9-game regular season. You can go 6-0, lose all 3 district games, and be 6-3 out of the playoffs. When a 0-6 team
can come back and win their 3 district games.
Can go 3-0 and be 3-6 in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
Yeah,
I like
something
the
needed to be
format now.
done.
I like the format now.
Yeah, that gets, and it sounds, as Jared Finley was saying, oh my goodness. Okay, we have to. You see who's walking up.
Yep.
We
of
have
course.
I heard they were coming. I didn't know for sure. My daughter shows up with. Yeah, go ahead. Go and give it to him. Who shows up but Owen and Carson, my grandsons? How you doing, guys? You know what? Here, grab the headset real quick, okay? Here, hold on a second. Hold on. We'll turn around here. We got to get. All right, dude. Now turn around here. All right, now you got to tell me your name.
Owen.
Owen what?
Clam.
And you go to school where?
Edgerton Elementary.
And you're in what grade?
1st grade.
And your favorite subject is?
What's a subject?
Huh?
What's a subject?
What is it again?
What's a subject?
What's your favorite thing about school?
PE.
PE, oh, of course. He's a guy. That's what we do. We give him a high five on that. We gotta like the PE. And you had your walkathon. You did pretty good. Been playing soccer. Been doing good.
Lost every game.
But you're having fun, and you're playing well, right?
I played against a couple of my friends.
That's all that matters. And you have fun, right? All right. High five, Owen. All right. Let's give it to Spider-Man over here. Are you not gonna get on, dude? Come on. Now, Carson doesn't want to do it. You don't want to do it, Carson? All right. Well, go ahead. Well, I don't know. The dude's over here with the double cheeseburger here in a second. You know what? We got 7 minutes. That can wait for a few minutes.
All right.
All right, Owen, you did good. You did good, dude. All right, get the headset back. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Anyway, sorry about that. Impromptu. Grandkids show up. Daughter shows up. Suddenly, you got to get the kids on.
You got to.
You got to. That was not a should have been.
No, that was not a should have been.
That was not going to be a should have been.
That's why I immediately pointed to you. I said, hey, they got to have the headset.
They got to have the headset. So anyway, as we were talking about, it's a cluster that's going up at the top with the one loss, and I kind of like that because I think the balance with the 6A this year has really narrowed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you know,
everybody's
you've got
pretty even.
Yeah, and you've got teams. You have teams like Shawnee Mission East. You have teams like Blue Valley North that are struggling this year.
Yep.
You have teams like Lawrence that is now up. You have Shawnee Mission
Coming
West that is coming up.
Yep.
You have Shawnee South coming up. Shawnee Mission Northwest. I mean, it's that.
No, you're right.
It's starting. It seems like it's
the teams that were at the top last season have kind of fallen down to that middle range, and the teams that were really at the bottom last season have caught up yet.
They've caught up yet, and I think it's a lot more even than it has been. And all I got to say is it's going to make for a very, very interesting postseason.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the one thing I have to make mention of, and I don't know how many people have caught this or even know about it, the Kansas State High School Activities Association has an agreement with a company called the National Federation of High School. And they have the first rights to playoff games. I thought it was playoff games, but what it is, it's actually the state title games.
Really? Okay.
So I talked to Bill Faflick and Holiday at Keisha, and have talked to them, and they have basically they reassure that nothing is really going to affect the BBN on anything postseason.
Okay.
In fact, what could possibly happen is the NFHS could call up and say, hey, we want to do this game during the playoffs or something, or the state title game, and in essence, they could say, well, here's the phone number, contact the BBN because they do it anyway. You could go ahead and carry their stream and have them guys do it, and you wouldn't have to spend any money to send crews or anything else over.
Oh, okay.
So, which would be really, really cool. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to get an interview with Holiday, and we're going to kind of talk about all that. And I haven't talked to NFHS yet on, you get one side and then you get the other, and then you try to put them together and find out exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
I have no reason not to believe Faflick and Holiday at Keisha, but it's just you like to get as much information in as you can.
Oh, for sure.
To find out exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm going to get that interview. Oh my, let's get this up here. Holy moly, look at that. Look at that. And if you look real hard, you can and I'll tell you what, on the camera,
you can almost see a double behind it.
You can see the double a lot better than you can when you look away from it. So, hey, we got a rainbow.
There you go.
Somewhere. Yeah, okay, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen anymore. That just eliminated that. But anyway, we are taking a look around the Sunflower League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. And coming up in a few minutes, we're going to have the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Real quick, I'm going to give you this list here. Go through the standings so far, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about, how everything is kind of starting to kind of equal itself out a little bit on who's doing what.
All right, well, 4-0, we got Shawnee Mission Northwest and Lawrence. 3-1, we got Gardner, Olathe North, Lawrence. Or am I reading that right?
Which one?
Right here? Yes.
Lawrence Free State.
Yeah, Lawrence Free State. My bad. 2-2, we got Olathe East, Olathe South, and Shawnee Mission South. 1-3, Olathe West, Shawnee Mission West, Shawnee Mission East, and 0-4, we got Olathe Northwest and Shawnee Mission North.
So you kind of take a look at that. You're seeing teams that were kind of down here, like you said, they were kind of down a little bit, and now they're up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of,
which is good though. It's good to see.
Yeah,
those
it's
teams
not a bad
coming back
thing.
up, yeah.
You'd rather have that, that competition coming in, and you don't want the games that are. What I want to say, you don't want the games that are, okay, where we're going to have the first 2 weeks and kind of just play it out.
That's what's great about high school football. It changes every year.
Oh,
you never know.
That pendulum. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care where you are. That pendulum is going to be going back and forth.
Preseason rankings do not matter in high school football at all.
And these preseason rankings, I sometimes
maybe a little bit
for the kids.
Yeah,
did you ever look at it? Did you ever sit there and go?
For sure.
Anyone that says, we don't look at them, okay.
Are you competing? No.
Well, if
you got to know the numbers, man. You got to know where you rank. You got to.
And then, like you said, I've always thought if you have a competitive
mindset,
you got to look.
Got to.
You have to. That's just they say, well, we don't read the paper or whatever. How do you not? What do you not? If you're a chief and you don't turn on A10, really, you're not going to listen.
You're right. You're right.
You're not going to turn on NFL Network. You're not going to turn on ESPN or anything.
Well, unless you had a bad game. If you had a bad game, you better keep that TV off.
Either that, or you better have real tough skin.
Yep.
That's all. That's how that goes. So, anyway, we're going to take a quick time out. We are 20 minutes away from the kickoff. This has been a look around the Sunflower League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware in Olathe. This is the Blazer Broadcast Network. Ryan Ragland along with Griffin Johns at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth with HD Broadcast Service, brought to you by Capes Homes Heating and Cooling. Tech support brought to you by American Computers. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we'll have the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show and comments from Coach Cornelson coming up in a few minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Car buying is easier when you search, shop, and save at McCarthy. Search any of the 11 McCarthy locations. Shop new Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, Hyundais, Nissans, Toyotas, Subarus, and pre-owned vehicles. And save. Only McCarthy has an additional $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, you keep the manufacturer rebates. It's time to search, shop, and save. Search Shop McCarthy now or come see us at any of the 11 McCarthy locations.
Introducing the brand new Price Chopper Rewards, packed with new ways to save and new ways to spend your savings. Watch your savings add up every time you shop. Whether you spend a little or a whole lot, Just check your Price Chopper app to see the offers we had for you this week. Then choose to spend them at checkout or at the pump. Download the Price Chopper app now and start saving today.
American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant, serving Gardner's best burgers made fresh every day since 1976. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Talking with Coach Cord Nelson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers coming off a 34-6 win over Olathe East on Thursday, and kind of the first test for you guys of having a regular season loss. And Lawrence has proven a very nice team, and Coach Rempe's doing a nice job with the turnaround from last year. And it was going to be kind of interesting to see how you guys were going to respond after your first regular season loss. And Olathe East gave you a few problems, but like last year, they were a physical team, and you had to make some adjustments at the half.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a good game. Olathe East is a good football team, and they play physical and similar style of offense and defense to what we do, and it was a big game last year. So this game for us wasn't really necessarily about who we were playing, but it was about bouncing back after adversity. And we just felt like we made some mistakes and just gave one up, and that's not really our style. Normally we get a lead, we're able to keep pounding, and so it was frustrating loss to Lawrence, and I was really proud of the kids bouncing back and being ready to play at a high level the next week.
When you take a look at the practice going into Olathe East, was the response that you saw what you wanted to see coming off a game like Lawrence?
It was, and I felt like there was little things of lack of discipline that was happening on a daily basis, being almost late to practice or almost late to a meeting, and just little things like that I felt like just added up to us not playing well and not making the plays we needed to win. And that's a tough lesson to learn, but hopefully, or I felt like the week after they got the message. Like if we continue to let little things slide, then we're going to continue to get beat by little things like we did on Friday. So they really took pride in it, and guys were really paying attention to details and making sure they were focused and making sure they were where they were supposed to be, and allowed us to come out and play a lot better.
And East gave you guys a few problems the first half. What was the attitude like on the sidelines? I mean, a coach can usually tell where his team's at mentally on getting the job done or making the adjustments that they need to, and then you saw the results in the second half.
Yeah, we knew going in it was going to be a great game, and we knew it was pretty well matched up on a lot of different fronts as far as offense and defense. So, we expected a battle, and it was a battle, and first half was a great example of that. I don't know that we executed real well, but again, we were playing hard, and we started figuring out getting stops defensively and opened a few things up offensively. So, made a few adjustments, not many, just came back out and kept executing and made plays to find a way to win.
And in the second half, Tevin McKelvey kind of took over the show, and that's your running game, that's your bread and butter, is being able to pound it with the offense that you have, and really highlighted what you guys needed to get done.
Yeah, he's got the capabilities of doing that. It was probably his best game since I've been here, with him running within the offense and truly running the option part of our offense and making his reads and taking his time and not rushing things and not trying to make too much happen, but just stay within the offense. And he played really well because of that. And so, he's obviously a special talent, and when he plays, doesn't try to do too much and just does his job. he does really well, and that was a great example of that.
We'll be back with more with the coach right after this.
Car buying is easier when you search, shop, and save at McCarthy. Search any of the 11 McCarthy locations. Shop new Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, Hyundais, Nissans, Toyotas, Subarus, and pre-owned vehicles. And save. Only McCarthy has an additional $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, you keep the manufacturer rebates. It's time to search, shop, and save. Search Shop McCarthy now or come see us at any of the 11 McCarthy locations.
Introducing the all-new Price Chopper Rewards. Save every time you shop, whether you spend a little or a lot. You can use your rewards at Price Chopper and at Quick Trip. Download the Price Chopper app today to see the offers.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can see every Blazer Broadcast Network video broadcast on their big screen while you enjoy a great sandwich. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back with Coach Corey Nelson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers getting set to take on Olathe Northwest, a team that is yet to crack that egg on the winning column, but a team that has been in every game, and sometimes those can be the most dangerous teams to play.
Yeah, they run an offense that's very similar to ours. They just run it out of pistol, and so it's smash mouth, it's aggressive. They've been play or two away several times from winning some pretty key games, and so they're right there on the cusp of being a really good football team. And I know they're going to play hard because they know they're one big win away from all of a sudden getting their season rolling. And so we got to make sure we're prepared. And obviously homecoming's fun for the crowd and fans, but we got to make sure we're focused and ready to play. It's going to be a battle.
When you take a look at, and we just got done talking about how the team has bounced back from their first regular season loss, and now you take a look at, I mean, this is a new territory since you've been here with this team. Now they're back with the win, that feel-good feeling. Now you're coming up against a team, and a lot of times the kids will say, okay, well, they haven't won, so it should be pretty easy. You have to remind them, that you still have to go out and finish. If you don't, you don't want to come back to what happened a couple weeks ago. How do you keep the kids focused on what the next step is?
I think they got to understand our philosophy, and I think they do. And we practice just as hard this week as we have any week. We game plan the same way. We try to execute in practice and make sure they run some things that are tough to stop, and we've really hammered those things in. And no different than our motto for our team is next play. We're going to play the next play as hard as we can. It works with the game too. We're going to play the next game as hard as we can, and it's not about who we play or what their record is. It's about how we play, and that's whether we're playing a team that's won every game or a team that hasn't. It's about what we're doing and playing at a level that we can be proud of.
This is going to start the second half of the regular season, so we'll go ahead and let you play the teacher. And what kind of grade would you give your guys on the first half of the season?
That's hard to say. I think our kids play extremely hard, and I think that's fun for me as a coach to watch kids that it means enough to play that hard. And we got a lot of guys that are just relentless with their body, relentless to do their job. Execution-wise, last week, second half offensively, the first half against Lawrence, we were playing at a pretty high level. We just haven't done it a whole game offensively. Defensively is the same way. Like, we've had periods where I thought, man, that's a pretty high level play or series or even a quarter, but we haven't done that for a full game. And to beat really good teams, you're going to have to be able to play at that high level for a long period of time or for 4 quarters. So that's kind of the next step, is getting where we can play at that level we know we're capable of, but just do it on a regular basis.
We've seen the game where, offense at one point took over, the defense took over at one point, you had the special teams. How imperative is it with week 5, with 3 more after this, to get a complete first and second half game going?
Yeah, I think that's what you're trying to do, all year long, and you don't know exactly when it's all going to come together. You just hope it's sooner than later, and then you stay at that level. So, like I said, we've been close, we've played well. At times, and then there's been times that that have not been very good. So it's my job as a coach. If you know it's there and you can do it a quarter, you got to get them to where you can do it 4 quarters, because the ability's there. And I think we're coming. I think we're close. So I'm excited for the second half of the season to see what how much better we can be and what level we can play at the end.
And last year, real quick, taking a look at hindsight, taking a look at the second half of the season when you had Shawnee Mission Northwest and Shawnee Mission West and Shawnee Mission North. 2 of those teams that I mentioned are playing extremely, extremely better than what they did last year. And to me, that makes it, you really need to come out and get this game tonight just to get that momentum going, because you got a couple tough games coming up.
Yeah, I think our league is quite a bit better than it was a year ago. We were probably the only senior dominant team last year that we played, so we knew everybody was going to come back better, and they've proven that. There's, like I said, our schedule's tough from here on out, but really that's what you want, so you can play at the highest level and when it counts. And we got to get some guys. Hopefully we get some guys back from injuries. We went into last week's game with 6 starters out, and I can't remember having that many out this early in the season before. Maybe I have, but it just seemed like that was a lot, and some of them we'll get back, some of them we won't. But hopefully that only helps them strengthen our depth down the stretch and get ready for this tough schedule going forward.
Well, good luck tonight. Let's get that ball rolling, go ahead in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Stick around. Coming up next, the starting lineup and the kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Car buying is easier when you search, shop, and save at McCarthy. Search any of the 11 McCarthy locations. Shop new Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, Hyundais, Nissans, Toyotas, Subarus, and pre-owned vehicles. And save. Only McCarthy has an additional $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, you keep the manufacturer rebates. It's time to search, shop, and save. Search Shop McCarthy now, or come see us at any of the 11 McCarthy locations.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Good evening and welcome back to Gardner Edgerton High School, where we are getting set for Sunflower League action. I almost said EKL. We were talking about that, and I had to catch myself. Gardner and Olathe Northwest. Yeah, I just put it up on that ledge back past the railing like we had last time. Jordan up there getting He's getting a crowd mic because we are inside because I didn't feel like dealing with the rain and chancing it, and it was just kind of
a good move.
How it is.
Great
but
move.
I'll tell you what, Blazers got, and I mentioned in the pregame comments with Coach Cornelson, it was interesting to see how the team was going to bounce back after their first regular season loss under the Cornelson regime. And as the Blazers have won the toss, they have elected to defer to the second half. They will kick off, and they will be facing the south goal. And taking a look at the wind, kind of a crosswind, so you really don't have an end-to-end, maybe a little bit left to right.
A little bit.
A little bit. That's all right.
Yeah.
As we're going to get set here in a little bit and try to.
No, but back to what you're saying, I think they bounced back pretty well.
They did. I
wasn't there, but how was it? I was live.
I wasn't there either. I wasn't there either. I should have been, but there we go. Trying to get the crowd, all the crowd mic and everything set up, ready to go. Oh, and I'll tell you what, me and Jarrett were talking about, and Jarrett Finley should be here after a little while. But we were talking about there is nothing better than you get. Actually, we were talking about a couple weeks ago. You get that nice October, that cool October,
the 60-degree feel with a slight breeze a little bit,
and you get you get that chill, and you go get that first cup of hot chocolate.
Yep.
And you take that first drink, and you feel that warmth go through your body.
And then you say football season.
This works out pretty well. Can't argue with it. Should be here. Should already be set. Okay. You got your headset over here for if you care to speak. It's right there. So, but that's only if you're not gonna put it on right now, are you? I already know him too well. Jordan McIntyre at the helm of the camera. I'm Ryan Ragland with Griffin Johnson at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Huge thanks to Sean Capes with Capes Home Heating and Cooling with HD service here on the BBN with tech support by American Computers. And we are ready to go. It's Olathe Northwest and the Blazers. Kickoff taken at the 5-yard line to the near side. Nice job on the quick tackle for the Blazers, and that's going to be Tyler Butash. And it's going to be Northwest with their first series of downs.
First, before we start, do you think it's going to be a big offensive night, defensive night, or special teams for the Blazers? We've had it all.
We had a game where we had all three. I would say this is going to be a big offensive night.
Okay.
I'm making prediction. It's going to be another big offensive night.
All right.
See what happens. First and 10. Man in back motion, drop back to pass, quick out to the flat, and complete a wheel route. And it's going to be a first down for the Ravens. Pass completed to Trevor Bolden. And the weird thing is, I had talked to Coach Walters about when Junior was playing and we played Pittsburgh, the first play that he got burned on was a wheel route. And Coach Henry said, don't worry about it, we didn't practice it. And what do the Ravens do? They come out and run a wheel route. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Well, we only had one defender out there guarding two guys because they had a post and the wheel right behind it.
Which one do you choose? So Mason
open.
Sadler out of the Wildcat with the keeper, toss to the near side. And that should be a flag. Nothing called, as they should have had a block in the back as Bolden gets all the way up to the 30-yard line. As it looked like the Blazer defender turned around to make the block, and then the Raven was on top of him. In a situation like that, they may say, well, he turned his back and the defender was there. It wasn't like he really had much of a choice.
Right, so, little continuation play type of deal.
So 2 big plays, and they get pretty good yardage. All the way down to the 32-yard line of the Blazers. Make sure you drop us a line on the Facebook chat. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. Sadler back to pass. And a play for the ball incomplete. And I'm trying to see who is on the coverage.
That was Drew Cassida.
Okay. It's hard to tell when you have very thin stroke, and this is for graphic artists, when you have a very thin stroke on white stroke on a black number with a dark blue background. So I haven't talked to Coach Cornelson about that. We'll have a meeting about that. In fact, we talked to Coach Sims with Blue Valley North last year. Complained about the silver numbers on a white jersey, the same we did Northwest with the dark orange on a black jersey. That didn't turn out very well either. So 2nd and 10. Sadler went to pitch it, and nobody was home, and he gets drilled hard by a host of Blazers. And it's going to be 3rd and long. I'm trying to get the number, I believe. I'm thinking McClure might have been in there. So it's going to back it up to the 39-yard line. As we said, the Ravens started their football program in 2004, and the most wins they've had in the season is 6. And Coach Hafner said they're just going to have to be disciplined if they're going to play on a high level. Sadler with a quick hitch to the right on the slant. Pass complete at the 30-yard line, but still 7 yards short of the first down. Pass complete
4 down territory here
to Ryan Andrew.
Defended by number 9, Johnson. See what they're going to do.
Short gain on the play.
Now, this is kind of one of those happy medium deals where you could either punt or go for it. So Coach Hafner says he's going to go for it on 4th and 8. Looks like they're running man-to-man. They don't have a deep defensive back. And that's going to be overthrown by Sadler, and it wasn't even close. And it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Ravens.
That was good pressure by Rodriguez on the outside right there.
Well, they were showing man-to-man. They obviously had some kind of rotation on the far side and let the slot back.
The man blitz, yeah.
And just let him come in on him. So 1st and 10 for the Blazers. 9:15 to go here in the first quarter on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Make sure you drop us a line. Say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Handoff up the middle to the 35-yard line. Just short of 5 yards on the play.
Butash.
By Butash.
Evans. Tackled by 32, Rodriguez. 41, Orozco.
Jerry Kellogg says audio volume is back. Thanks. I'm not sure what happened, but hey, as long as it's back, it's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hand off to the near side. Lead block and a smash across the 50. And he's got wide open room across the 30 down to the 27. Nice run.
Jacob Renault.
By Mr. Renault.
Renault,
don't you know? And Mr. Capes has...
Ball carrier number 3, Jacob
I'm telling you what, Jarrett Finley hasn't shown up to grab his double cheeseburger from Blazers. So if you like, you may indulge yourself, sir. I'm giving you that permission. If you snooze, you lose a double cheeseburger from Wally.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I'm just saying. We'll talk with Sean Capes here after a little while. 1st and 10 for the Blazers. 8:21 to go. Clock running. Hand off to the right side. Stutter step back inside. And then it closed up quick.
Big hit.
As Zach Crow, or Tazon Crow, excuse me, as he might have had a little bit of room, and then he got met up hard by Grant Hall, and he said, okay, son, that's it. That's enough room.
It was a good first down play.
That works.
You got it now.
I'll take 3-4 yards of play.
3-yard gain.
I just said that, 3-yard gain.
There you go. There you go.
Clock running, 7:45.
It's like you've been doing this for a little bit.
A minute or two. McKelvey keeps it himself after the handoff, cuts it back to the near side. He's going to be in for a touchdown, Blazers. 23-yard touchdown run, Tevin McKelvey. And he picks up exactly where he left off last week.
That was a great cutback by Tevin on that play. Great field vision.
Well, and it's kind of nice when you get it overloaded one side, and then you come back the other way, and it's like right there.
It's like he drew it up.
23-yard touchdown run by
it's
McKelvey. And the extra point is good. We're going to take a timeout. 7-0 to score. Take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland, Griffin John's back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth.
Preparing to kick for the Trailblazers, number 17.
Jordan McIntyre at the helm of the camera tonight. And yeah, I know I need to make a little bit of a correction here on the score. There we go. We got it up there. Blazers up 7-0. Short kick. Spin move at the 25 up to the 40, or just short of the 40, 38-yard line. Nice return for the Ravens.
All right, D, let's see what you got.
Return by number 10, Rapetti.
So Blazers march downfield, and of course we don't have Will the Thrill Mr. Statman McIntyre as he's lounging in Minnesota. Is he lounging in Minnesota, or yeah? Jordan says he's lounging. I forgot he wasn't going to be here tonight, and I called him to make sure. I was asking about Jordan. He goes, "I'm busy in Minnesota. What do you want?" Excuse me.
Here we go.
Sadler in the Wildcat.
That's
Hand
how
off
you fill
up
the
the
gaps
middle.
right there.
Well, and I'll tell you what, they played that perfect. The far end, they didn't have anyone on the near side running the quarterback on the keeper, but he had the speed on the far side that stayed with the quarterback, and you let the linebackers take that.
Do their job.
The running back. And it's just
No gain on the play, second down.
staying home.
Yep.
Okay. Clock running at 6:50. Our next broadcast Thursday again. Our final Thursday broadcast, as the Blazers will be traveling to Shawnee Mission North to take on the Indians. And it will, if Shawnee Mission North does not win tonight, it will be the second week in a row that the Blazers have taken on a team that has yet to win a game.
Oh, okay. I like that schedule.
Take care of business.
But, yeah, you got to.
Timeout on the field. And as we mentioned, Sean, you haven't indulged yet, Sean. What's the deal, man? I'm offering you Blazers, and you just kind of stand there and not accept my gratuity.
Don't listen to him.
We're going to talk to Sean Caves during the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show. Have you been busy, Sean, with this cold snap that came in today? Have you been kind of busy the last 2 days? You're still busy off the air conditioning side. All right, second and 10, 6:37 to go in the first. Ball in motion with the keeper, and then the blocking back allowed his man to get all the way in the backfield as Bolden got the ball.
Look at how many blue jerseys are around that ball. Even though with all the play action and all that stuff, we got all of them there. That's nice.
I think there only might have been 3, and they're going to have to run laps for being lazy and not getting there to the ball, right? Play till you hear the whistle?
I was trying to give him some credit. I think it was a good play.
Well, I was talking about the 3 that were lollygagging and didn't get to the ball. They're like, there's 8 guys over there. I think they can take care of this one. 6 minutes on the clock, 3rd and 16. Blazers showing the blitz again. Here they come. So I'll tell you what, Sadler had to get rid of it real quick.
Yeah, we're really bringing the pressure around the outside.
Man, and I'll tell you what, they brought one up in the A gap and they brought one off the end.
Mm-hmm.
If Sadler didn't get rid of that in 0.36 seconds,
he was down.
He was going to be down
for a good sack. That's do we get big back for sacks out here? not here? Or is that just the cheese?
I think that's just the cheese.
Oh, man.
But you know what? If you want a Big Mac, I will buy you a Big Mac.
Awesome.
I have no problem with that. But I'll tell you what I do is if I happen to go there, which I don't very often, because if I get hungry for a burger, I just go to Blazers. I'll tell you what, people, go to Blazers, and there's a little quick squib kick, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Good field position.
I'll tell you what, go to Blazers, tell Wally that you heard this here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Tell him you want your Blazer burger on a wrap. Dress it however you normally dress it. Put it on a wrap.
Really?
Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you. Weird? You go. I'll tell you what. Sean Cape's calling me weird. I will take you to Blazers, and I will buy you a Blazer burger to put it on a wrap, and I guarantee you'll sit there and look at me going, that's pretty good. Because you know what? You don't taste so much of the bun. You taste more of the meat and everything else. Oh, it's so good. Hand off to the near side. Lead block again across the 40. Down the sideline. Stutter step move. And he is gone for the touchdown Blazers. Jacob Renaud, don't you know? Goes 50 yards on a run. Makes a nice little juke move at the 25. Says, whoop, I'm out of here.
And that's that speed right there, man. I've been telling you, Jacob's got the speed. If he gets out in the open, he's gone.
How do you like that? Jacob Renaud, don't you know?
I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
You're going to have to go down and ask him and find out if that's okay.
Jake, you know, don't you know? Okay, but where's the spin doctor at? We need the spin doctor.
We need the spin doctor in here. An extra point is up and good. And that didn't take long. 14-0 is the score with the Blazers with the lead. What's it? Jacob Renaud, if you don't know, now you know. Can we do that?
Dude, we can do anything we want.
We can do anything.
That name, man.
He does realize that we're going to have fun with this.
Oh, yeah.
You might go check him. Later on, go down and check and make sure he's okay with it. I'm sure he'd be okay with it. Because if my last name is Renaud and I'm running 50 yards like that, doing a stop and go like that,
you better know. You better know. I'm going
if you don't know, now you know that I will do that. Not me, him.
Right,
but
right. I'm with you.
You get my point. Wow. I think we've already lost control. You know what? We're having fun, right?
We're good.
That's just how it goes.
Ball game's about to kick in, though.
Do what now?
I said the ball game's about to kick back on. Here we go.
Yeah, that's true. We're going to check with the scores on A10 Varsity Sports. We'll do that here in a little bit. With his left hand up in the air. Jake McClure with the kickoff, and it's going to be taken at about the 28-yard line by Caleb White.
I think by this point in the season, our opposing teams are getting a little used to our little pooch kicks, aren't they?
Pretty much. A 23-yard touchdown run by McKelvey, a 50-yard touchdown run by Renaud.
A great touchdown run.
Oh, that was nice. If that was Chris Berman on the call, you know what he'd do? Whoop! That's what he'd do.
It'll be on the top 10 later.
You know what? I'm going to save that clip. I'm going to download that clip. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to see if we can make that thing go viral.
Nice D.
Pritchard. Or no, that wasn't Pritchard. That was actually
Ball carrier number 2, Evans.
Atticus Ramsey with the stop. I'm not sure where I thought it might have been Pritchard. So clock running at 5:10 here in the first quarter. As we're looking at about 2nd and 9, Sadler with the pitch to the far side, and I'll tell you what.
Takes the pitch. That's number 26, Becker.
Becker with it. Is that Ethan Reynolds?
For a loss by number 5, Cassida.
Nope.
No, that was Cassida.
Great job getting his hand out there. That could have been at least the first.
Well,
down
and I'll tell you what, if you take a look at it, he still had he still had 2 Blazers on that far side to do what they can to stretch that play out. I don't think he was going to get very far. So 3 yards loss on the play. 3rd and 12. Sadler with a quick pass, and it's going to be over the head. Intended
That'd be a little
for
miscommunication
Bolin.
there.
Clock stopped at 4:03, makes it 4th and 12 and 3 and out. So Blazers 2 for 2 on possessions. So does this set up the over-under on how many plays it's going to take to score? Because they've already done the first one in, I think, 5 plays.
In a second.
1 play. And a block punt. Devontae Pritchard on the recovery on the block punt.
The block and recovery by number 7, Devontae Pritchard.
We'll take that.
That makes you feel very relaxed.
It does. Take a breather. You're on the 21, going in. I'm thinking the over/under is 3, and I'm going to go under.
You're going to go under? And Jordan's got to have the headphones on just to keep his ears warm. Cause
I don't know. It all depends, though. I think we might be running up the middle, though.
You think so?
I don't know. Yeah.
Still fighting through it is Butash. I'm trying to figure out, does Butash get more of a pounding when he goes in the line or when he gets stood up and then he gets hit in the back by his lineman trying to push him forward?
Honestly, I think to him it's all the same.
I got the pads on. I don't care. Clock running at 3.5.
A little bit of adrenaline helps, too.
It doesn't hurt none. That's true. Clock running at 3:20. 2nd and 1. Kind of a mix-up. Fake the handoff as McKelvey keeps it, but he's going to get well enough for the first down. And they were blowing the whistle down, or blowing the whistle. And that was just more of a safety deal than anything else.
Tevin was just trying to get my under for me.
Yeah, why not? Isaac the Savage checks in, says go Blazer. Huh? Hey.
Line of scrimmage just outside the 10, so it will be 1st and 10 for the Trailblazer offense.
He's going around the edge. Here we go.
Going around the far side, trying to get around the corner in for the touchdown Blazers. Tazon Crow makes it from 10 yards out.
Well, they got right at 3.
Well, you're pretty close on that one.
We'll take.
Hey, whatever it takes. Blazers taking an early and commanding lead. 22-0 so far. 2:45 to go in the first. The extra point is up and good. 21-0 is the score. We're going to take a timeout. Be back with the kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
A few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant, not just serving burgers, they now have barbecue, soft serve, and hand-dipped ice cream with 8 different flavors and combinations. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Check out their paint department, including their paint tinter and Clarkson Kensington Paint and Primer in one. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What? Jerk.
Ryan Ragland, Griffin Johns back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth with Jordan McIntyre at the helm of the camera with HD service brought to you by Sean Capes with the Capes Home Heating and Cooling and tech support by America Computers only here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. And I will tell you what.
This is a great start. Great start.
I'm not going to argue about 21-0. You spot us 21 points, I'm going to feel pretty good about my chances the rest of the evening. High punt or kickoff. Fair caught at the 31.
Fair caught by number 46, Boyd.
See, and I'll tell you what, they're gonna plain and simple, Sadler's gonna have to start making some quick completions.
Yep.
And
they're just gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Well,
we're
until
still in the first quarter.
Until they do that, I just have a feeling Coach Walters is just going to continue to bring the heat.
Oh well, yeah, you got to. It goes back to you can't fix something if it's not broke.
Trust me, it ain't broken right now. 2:45 to go in the first. Sadler looking to the right on a slant.
Great D.
I'll tell you what, that's about how you do it. Davian Johnson just got his arm in there, pass intended for the tight end, Jesse Duckworth.
Receiver number 88, Andrew.
Ernest Prove says on pace for 80.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we're going to go that far, but you can't argue. That's a possibility. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And make sure you hit that alert bell. Hit the trifecta. And anytime we hit the air, you'll get an alert, and it'll take you a direct link to the broadcast, and you'll be connected on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Nice.
Quick hit upside, not much there. A little bit, but not much.
Tackled by number 7, the linebacker, Pritchard.
Storm Frazier subscribed to the channel. It's that easy. Just click
Storm.
subscribe. Boom, there you are.
Line of scrimmage, the 36.
147. We got to figure out something. Now, are you going to dye your hair that magenta like I did last year for Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Remember I did that last year?
Yeah, I do.
You can do that this year, right?
I could.
That doesn't mean you're going to.
I'm gonna wear lots of pink. Yeah.
Well, no, I want the hair color.
The hair. I don't know if I could do the hair, but I could do everything else.
Would it look very, very professional when you go and try to sell?
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna take that.
Real estate.
I don't know how they're gonna take that.
Bolden ran out of bounds, and that for the first down. Clock stopped at 1:46. Let's see. Andrea Cassert, Casaert, says go Blazers. Blazer alumni. Andrea, what year are you a Blazer alumni? We like to know these things. Just let us know. How about this? We have 146 people watching. There's 1:46 on the clock.
All right. Good observation.
Little things like that catch my eye. Sadler back to pass down the sideline, looking up, going for the one-handed catch intended for Ryan Andrew. Good effort. And that was a little bit of a mismatch as Andrew comes up at 6'3". And Austin Oldham at 6'6", but I think at 6'3" you have a lot larger reach in Andrew, so I'm going to give that to him a little bit.
Still great D.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Got to have the speed too. The height doesn't mean everything.
That's true. 2nd and 10, $1:41 to go in the first. Sadler with the keeper on the option, looks for the pitch, and can't handle it as it's a lateral, and it ends up being a fumble. And I believe the Blazers have the ball on the recovery. And Sadler was looking inside. It's going to be a turnover for the Blazers. Ethan Reynolds with the recovery.
Recovery by number 2, Ethan Reynolds.
Reynolds with the recovery. Blazers will get the ball and checking where they're going to mark it. At Northwest 44-yard line.
It's great field position. Here we go. What do you think? What do you think first play?
Class of 79 reunion at Tumbleweeds tonight. Free pizza always welcome. Hey! I didn't graduate in 79, but hey, you talk free pizza. Well, look who showed up. Come here, girl. We got you. Because I'm the worst interviewer. You are the greatest interview life has ever seen. You know what?
I wish you had
Get those on her real quick.
No, it's okay.
You sure? Come on.
27-7.
Oh, Lord. Coach Calvin, the girls softball coach, the greatest one-line answer in the history of interviews. I wish I still had that. I would play it over and over again. And I'll tell you something here real quick. Blast up the middle, get about 4 yards on the play. I'm going to make you a shirt, and it's going to have one word on it.
Yes.
That's all it's going to have. It's going to have quotes and say, good. That's it. I'll tell you what happened here in a second after this play. It is the greatest. It's literally the greatest interview. And the thing is, she still smiles about it.
Well, that's the best thing. That's the good part.
20 seconds. It's going to be the last play of the first quarter. And we're going to have
Coach
a timeout. Okay, so Coach Calvin, what year did you start? 07. Okay, so this was put them on real quick. Put them on. So Coach Calvin comes up about 3 weeks. You've been able to work with the girls for like 2 weeks, right? Something like that. And I wanted to get a preseason interview. So you're like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. You looked at me, you're like, I'm not really sure about it. Just work with me. So I start the whole thing. I'm going, you've had a couple weeks with the girls and everything, get to know each other and everything. It looks like things. How are things going with the relationship with you and the girls? You just sit there, look at me, and you go, what?
Good.
Boom. That's it. Well, that's a nice interview. Thanks, Coach Calvin. I turn it off and I go, okay, look, you got to work with me a little bit more. You got to elaborate how things are good. It was, without a doubt, 3rd and 9, 17 seconds to go. And we'll keep Coach Calvin here in a second. And there's a cut back to the inside, stumbled across the 30 up to the 26-yard line. Clock stopped at 9 seconds. And we're going to – she bailed out on me. That's all right. That's all right. I was going to ask you about the football team. Okay, because you're going to put those back on in a second. We're going to talk to you in a second. Actually, you can go ahead and put them on now because we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep it here. As the finals, the total at the end of the first quarter is 21-0. Yeah, go ahead and put those back on. Coach Calvin, the head softball coach for the Blazers, and last couple of years you made some good state runs. Been looking pretty good.
Yes.
And
continuing to.
I
said
multiple
more
words.
than yes.
Multiple words. See, she's getting the hang of this. So your outlook and you've been pretty veteran-laden the last few seasons. That always helps. So you've got another crop, another group's got to come in, take control, and you keep that stir strip. How you guys looking for this year? Even though it's a few months away, you've already. Are you like any other coach assessor and goes, hey, last out, okay, now what are we going to do for next year already?
I'm not, but I am very excited for this year. We lost 3 seniors last year, so we have a young group coming up. We had 27 freshmen last year, and we have a large freshman group coming in this year. So it's wonderful.
You know how much I miss calling your guys' games due to work?
Come on out.
I want to, but it's like trying to. I would love to do video. I mean, you know me. I played fast food softball, so that's right up my alley. I can call that all day long. But having that many freshmen coming up and only losing 3 seniors, you guys are going to be pretty well stout this year again too.
Yes. Yep.
And
we have a lot of talent, young talent, and they're fun and eager to learn and be out
Coach Calvin's teams being fun. I can't imagine. I had to get you on real quick, and I see you up here, and the first thing I think is good. McKelvey back to pass, looking down infield. Oh, wide open, just barely past the outstretched hands of Kevin Mitchaud. But I had to get Coach Calvin on here. It's just
absolutely.
You know what it's like having Coach Calvin here?
What is it?
Good.
Nice.
You gotta love that. I gotta get that shirt. What size shirt? What size T-shirt? Okay. I got you covered, girl. I'm gonna get you a bunch of them just to say good.
I think that's what we're gonna do. That'll be our this year's shirt.
Just good. Life is good. No, life is Good. All right. And
Third and 10.
Third and 10. Yeah, we got a football game going on out here. 11:33. Third and 10. What are you talking about? Hey, we're having fun here, man. It's a Friday. It was payday today. It's Friday.
And we're indoors tonight.
We're indoors. Well,
we're
that was
on
only
the top.
because I was too lazy and I didn't know what the weather was going to do. So, and you're sitting here with a, you're
got
like
a little cold,
Nanook
man,
in the
but-
north, all wrapped up. McKelvey on the keeper's got some blockers ahead of him. He guts to the outside. One man to beat around the corner. Across the 5. Touchdown, Blazers. Tevin McKelvey, 27 yards out with another touchdown run for the Blazers.
That's just pure speed right there around the corner. He basically said, look, I'm just going to beat you to the end zone, and that's what's going to happen. And he did.
Yeah,
Great
I
run.
see that number 30 guy, that Caleb Calvin. Is really, he's relation to you? Well, he's been doing good on the extra points. Coach Calvin up there for the left-footed. Where did the lefty come in from? Is the left foot from your side or his side? I don't know. He's good. He is good. 28-0 to score. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers, your one-stop shop for all of your computer needs. Stop in and see what all they have in stock. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
Planet Sub. Don't forget, when you need your event catered, call Deanna at 605-1068. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Sean for any home indoor air quality products that you might need or be interested in. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Brian Ragland with Griffin Johns back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. And yep, I know I'm just a little bit behind here. We're getting it fixed here. Hold on here. There we go. Now we got it fixed.
No.
High kickoff over to the far side, and just from
Nice.
out of nowhere, I'll tell you what, these guys are
17.
right on top of stuff right now. Adam McCallan with the tackle. Oh, and by the way, we have a pronunciation correction because I have been corrected by Colby Grettencourt because Mama was down there, and evidently I was just saying Gettencourt. Just, I was missing the R, and me being Ryan Ragland missing the R's is like, it's like one of the worst things in the world to do.
Right.
So it's Grettencourt, and I told her, I said, I'll never make that apology again. I'll never make that mistake again. That's why I won't make that apology again, because I won't make the mistake again, I guess.
Well, I'm glad they corrected you.
I'm far from too good to be corrected. Tackle just short of the first down.
Evans, ball carrier.
And Mama says we need to start calling his name out a little bit more because he's moving to the D end from the linebacker.
Oh, okay.
So, and evidently, well,
Evans gains
we'll look for it.
she's predicting big things from the D end side. So,
well, I know Colby. He's a good player. We'll see him.
well, I'll tell you right now, this defense is about flying.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much they're missing right now. That was a broken play as Sedler was looking to the left. Running back went to the right, and Sedler went. Where'd he go? Oh, and I got blue shirts in front of me. I need to get going, but we have a flag on the play. I believe it's our first one. And it's going to be holding. That's going to knock it back 10 yards. Oh, they're going to have to be against the Blazers. Once again, a huge thanks to Wally at Blazers for the nice double cheeseburgers.
Yes, thank you, Wally.
And I mean, nice.
Love you, man.
Result of the penalty. First down for the Ravens. First and 10.
Ernest is saying 63-7 final. He's calling it. Well, that's a bold statement when you're looking at 28-0 right now. I will say we will not score 63. Sedler back to pass to Bolden, but threw it behind him a little bit.
That was that same little screen wheel pass that we saw earlier. That succeeded.
That one did, but this one didn't.
Well, that's good.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I made a mistake, and I grabbed a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It's so good.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you can have the other one. Hey, you went and got it. You can have the other one. I'm good with that.
I'm more of a Kit Kat guy.
Ooh, I like Kit Kats. I'll tell you another good bar that people two candy bars that people leave underrated. Settler with a pitch to the far side.
Great.
Down at the line of scrimmage.
At the spots.
Man, they're on top of it. 2 candy bars. I'm gonna tell you what. You get 2 candy bars and you give them out for Halloween. Zeros. Oh no. Have well, we can no longer be friends then. But zeros and whatchamacallits.
Whatchamacallits are good. I've had those.
They are
I've
very
had
good.
those.
Yes, I like zeros.
What do you call it though?
Whatchamacallit, something like that. I don't know. 9 minutes left to go in the half. Blazers up 28-0. Settler on a quick slant. Pass incomplete. Again, the pass intended for Andrew. And I'll tell you what, Andrew's in a good spot to receive the ball.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Settler knows.
A little too far out.
Well, but Settler knows that he can't pump fake.
Right.
He knows the guys are coming. He knows he has to get rid of it in lightning speed. And
well, right there, you just have to trust that your receiver's going to get to the spot and get open. And you got
to hope you get it to the spot.
Right. Well, yeah, it's a 2-part pass there.
Yeah, it's so 4th and 11, and get ready to punt again. Good low line drive, returnable at the 45-yard line. Cross the 50 and the 45. Nice little return by Jake McClure. And the Blazers will get the ball at the 49-yard line for Olathe Northwest. And that's where they got it last time. And that ended up being a 27-yard run by McKelvey. Let's see, G.E. Gassy Gus says, let's go Blazers. Brian Mars says, need a defensive score or 2.
We do. We've had a lot of those this season.
We have a lot of those.
Yeah.
Speck, the Fallen Wolf, says Northwest has no defense. Let's go Blazers. Run up the score. Yeah, we're not going to run the score up. I see what you're saying, but it's not going to run the score up. Clock running at 8:20. Real quick, your phone number is?
913-271-2062.
If you are in need of commercial real estate,
yep,
regular real estate,
residential real estate,
real estate,
yep,
any kind of real estate, give the man a call. Griffin Johns will get you set up.
913-271-2062.
Boy, that's what I like to hear.
I didn't want to get crap from Ryan again. So
you know what happened.
I changed it for him.
But you know what? You watch. It'll be a habit. I'm just teaching you a little bit there.
Oh no, I know it's gonna be a habit. That's why I was saying 2062 because that was a habit.
My daughter, if you missed it, my grandsons were up here a little bit earlier. My daughter sent me a couple of pictures of interviewing Owen. What a guy. McKelvey back to pass. Is covered and intercepted. And I think he waited on it too long. The pass intended for Getzman. And Getzman was covered on the flat.
For sure.
And McKelvey, I'm sitting there looking. There's no one else there for him to look at. And that might have been one of those where he just wanted to turn it up and get what he could.
On that play, you saw how Getzman was lined up inside of that receiver, or the D-back. The D-back was on the outside. So I get that Tevin's rolling out, and that's a really tough throw to make. So almost in that situation, you see that your guy's covered. You just get another down, throw it out of bounds. Let's move on.
Throw it out of bounds, throw it at his feet.
Yep.
But, hey,
he'll bounce back. He always does.
That's how you learn. So 1st and 10 for the Ravens. 7:09 to go in the first. Sedler. We're going to have a false start, I guess, because they blew the play dead.
I wish we had a replay on that because their fullback got smoked by one of our linebackers.
We can watch the delay on the
penalty replay first down.
on the phone as I have our broadcast on our phone
15.
as we're getting ready to watch it here. Yep, he got
smoked.
Well, it was either him or Sedler was going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage, so either way they had it covered. And if anyone's wanting to know, I have my phone on our broadcast, so we can kind of see a delayed, I guess, a replay of it. We can't broadcast replay, but also to make sure that everything's going all right with the broadcast. The pitch to Bolin, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage, slowed up by Ethan Reynolds, and then finished up.
That's, again, a lot of blue jerseys finishing the play.
Wow. Just swarming. G.E. Gussie Gus says, do you think Patrick Mahomes was as good as Tevin McKelvey in high school? Are we really? Come on, guys. We're gonna compare Patrick Mahomes. I'm sure.
Tevin's great. Tevin's a great athlete.
But
he is. But
I've heard stories about Mahomes in high school. Let's just enjoy this. Sedler back to pass, intercepted. Ethan Reynolds. He's at the 25, the near side around the corner. He's going to take it back for a touchdown, Blazers. Ethan Reynolds, 40-yard interception return for touchdown, and the Blazers take a 34-0 lead.
So that was a pretty good bounce back off of our interception.
And Ethan Reynolds just stepped right in front of the receiver on that pass. Made a couple moves.
Ethan said, hey, Tevin, don't worry, I got you.
I got you, man. That's how we roll. 6:14 to go in the half. Blazers getting set to go 35-0. Calvin with the extra point is good. And
how about that call from Ernest on the defensive touchdowns, though?
He brought it in, didn't he?
Same drive.
6:14 to go in the half. We're going to take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, where customer service and industry knowledge collide. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. Let Jeff get that showroom shine your car used to have with the best rates anywhere. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, 620-1253.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland, Griffin Johns back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Jordan McIntyre at the helm of the camera. HD service brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling. And remember, if you want to mention anything, this is what you want to tell your friends. Scheduling your furnace tune-ups now is only going to save you money. Regularly $59, $49 if they mention that you heard it here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Give Sean Capes a call or find him on Facebook and tell him you heard about it on the Blazer Broadcast Network, and you can get your furnace tune-up
we'll take
for
that.
$49. Stepping out of bounds is Bolin.
Field awareness.
And I'll get you Sean's phone number here real quick. 638-1647. 638-1647. Get Sean Capes with Capes Homes Heating and Cooling a call for your $49 furnace tune-up. And I'll tell you what, how much you think about it, how much does a furnace run? How much does a brand new furnace cost? $49 for a tune-up on something that, if you want to be cold in the winter, I mean, you could just sit there and
deal.
Hey, you can either call Sean
the winter's
now.
Coming. Kansas, I mean, it's coming.
Yeah, you can you can call Sean now, or you can call Sean later.
Either way, call Sean.
That's all I'm saying. So give them a call, 638-1647. The defense just smoking at the 5-yard line. Still trying to get Bryson up here.
I know.
He's just busy down there watching little brother. Clock running at under 6 minutes. Andrea Cassert says, I was 2007 and my sister was 2010. Nice, pretty close. Let's go Blazers. Judging by the score, they're gone. Ebony Davis. Spec the Fallen Wolf says, and you said they wouldn't run the score up. No, they're not going to run up the score. Sandler with the slant to Andrew, complete at the 15-yard line. You figure they run that enough times, they're gonna get that one complete, and Andrews was wide open on that. Now
that's
you got
a good play.
Now depending on how they set that up, they start setting Andrew up, and they got to start looking at that. That linebacker has to be looking out for Andrew. If he starts that slant
you
again,
got to start respecting it. Yeah,
you've got to start switching and covering it.
Mm-hmm. Or just dropping back, little QB spy action.
Clock running at 5 minutes, 2nd and 6. Not sure why my phone rebooted.
And here they come with the quick slants.
Yep.
Here they come.
Another one to Andrew.
They're setting something up.
Number 9, Johnson with the tackle.
Clock running at 4:40.
6 on first down, results in 2nd and 4 to go.
Real quick, we'll try to take a look at some of the scores
4:31 remaining in the first
around the metro area. One of the big games that everyone's looking at is Bishop Miege coming off that loss to St. James Academy, playing Rutgers tonight. Tell me that wasn't a surprise.
Ooh.
That was I wonder if his hand, that might have slipped out of his hand because that did not come out very securely.
Or accurately.
Either way, it wasn't the best throw that he's had. Let's see the score last night. Olathe North defeated Olathe South 41-21. Blue Valley leading Blue Valley Northwest 28-0. Bishop Miege leading Rutgers 13-7. St. James Academy 14-7 over Blue Valley Southwest. Quick hit to the outside, incomplete, and that was over the
good D. Stay on him.
Yeah, over the hands of Gabe Baffery. Olathe East leading Shawnee Mission North 7-0. Shawnee Mission Northwest and Lawrence tied at 7. That's the game we're going to keep track of. No score with Shawnee Mission East and South. And that's pretty much it for now. But that's the one we're really going to be looking at, the Lawrence Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Yeah.
Right now we're big Cougar fans. And a quick squib pump, and I believe he slipped on that one, and that's just.
And I'm not going to lie here. Ethan Reynolds was looking at that ball, deciding if he wanted to just catch that and run with it.
He was salivating, going, "What do I do? What do I do?"
He was. Yeah, that could be a nice little punt pass.
That was almost something going. What happened? I don't know, Coach.
Line of scrimmage for the Blazers, the 37, 1st and 10.
So 3:59 to go. Blazers have the ball at the 37-yard line. Handoff up the middle, going to keep the clock running.
27, Jacob Butash.
I'm taking it Jared Finley's not going to make it today.
I don't think he is either.
Give a shout out to Justice Carell and tell her happy birthday, please, from her dad. Well, you got it, Travis. Justice, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Lynette Sadler, nice to see the grandkids play from Myrtle Beach. Really? Myrtle Beach. I'll tell you what, Lynette, as the handoff comes to the near side, it's going to be a first down by Butash.
Good.
There's I think 13 is the main highway, and I think it's the south part
Correction,
of Myrtle Beach.
that was Tazon.
Oh, Tazon, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Two numbers. It was the wrong one on the second one.
Come on, man. That was a spin doctor.
That was a spin doctor. There's a burger place in Myrtle Beach. I think it's called Jim's. I think it's on 13. It's on the west side of the road.
Right.
Pretty good.
Really?
They're not Blazers, but they're pretty good. And they set dollar bills all over the place. People can mark up their dollar bills and paste them up there. Spin move at the 20-yard line. Not much there on 1st and 10.
Sometimes, Jacob, you just can't have it all, man.
Brian Marr, can we show the clock more often? Not really, because if we did that, that's why I'm kind of announcing how much time's left in the clock, because if it goes back and forth, then everyone else kind of goes,
getting dizzy at home.
Yeah, that's why I try to mention, like, there's 2:20 left to go on the clock in the half. I could try. I didn't bring my other cord. If I brought my other cord, I could probably set a camera up, but it's just for the clock. It kind of all the way up to the 5-yard line.
Tell you what.
It's Crow. Don't you know? Don't you know Crow or Renault?
Renault.
But do you know Crow?
I do know Crow.
You know Renault, but do you know Crow?
I do know Crow.
Does Crow know?
He's a spin doctor.
Does Crow Renault?
Oof.
Or does Renault know Crow?
You tell me.
You'd have to ask them. They play on the same team. I'd hope so. So 1st and goal from the 5, $1:40 to go in the half. Handoff, smash at the 2-yard line, then driven back is Butash. And I'll tell you what, that was a big hit. Layeth the smackdown was Dalton Boyd. Little, Rock Johnson. Little layeth the smackdown.
Yeah, I got you.
Just in case you didn't know. Because I can't watch wrestling anymore. My God, that's so bad.
Why not? It's such a big deal.
Not anymore.
Coming on Fox Sports.
Hey, Rock isn't on there. Stone Cold's not on there. Undertaker's not. I mean, come on. It's not what it used to be. Handoff up the middle.
Touchdown.
There we go.
Someone's got a signal touchdown.
They're waiting.
I'm not sure who scored it. Was that Butash? Someone in that pile in a blue shirt scored. I couldn't tell who it was, but the Blazers add another one in. And I'll give you a stat.
What's up?
With 53.6 seconds left. The extra point is up and good with the flag. 402 points. I don't think that works. Tevin McKelvey has how many passes so far in the game?
0. One. Yeah, yep. And?
You throw the ball when you have to.
Yep.
When you're running the ball as well as you are, that's about all you.
Holding on the Trailblazers.
Got the true schooner down here. Is that the Blue Man Group, or is that just? Aren't they a little chilly in that thing?
Oh, God.
And those because I'll tell you right now, those things. I'm sure those things don't have much wind blockage.
That's why they're moving around all the time. And actually, they're probably pretty warm, man. If we keep scoring.
Yeah, probably.
They're running. They're getting ready for track.
They are. The extra point is no good, so back it up to 41. At 41-0, 53 seconds to go in the half. As we're going to have the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show, and back by popular demand. Oh, and we have homecoming tonight. How could I forget? Yep. We have homecoming, so we will be carrying the homecoming festivities. Did you ever get nervous for homecoming? Oh, I'm sorry. You were never the homecoming king, were you?
Nope, never was. Never was.
If you'd have dressed like this, you probably would have been.
Yeah, but see, back then I didn't know about dressing nice.
Back then you didn't care about dressing nice.
Right, exactly.
You were dressing about. You cared about dressing comfortably.
Yep.
That's how you rolled on that one. So our next broadcast will be next Thursday, our last Thursday game at Shawnee Mission North. Broadcast will start at 6:10 with a look around the Sunflower League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed. And then at 6:40, it's the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show with comments from Coach Cornelson, with HD broadcast brought to you by Capes Homes Heating and Cooling and tech support by American Computers. And speaking of Capes Homes Heating and Cooling, make sure you give Sean a call at 638-1647. Put that on your speed dial, 638-1647. Give him a call and tell him you want a $49 furnace tune-up.
That is a steal right there.
Oh, it is. And tell him you heard about it on the Blazer Broadcast Network, because if you don't tell him, it's going to cost you $59. So see, I'm here to save you money. That's what we do here. We give you the bargains, the local companies, and we get you set up, because you don't want to be cold this winter. And I'd rather go without AC than I would the furnace.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
That's not even a forethought. That's not even a thought. So give Sean Capes a call at 638-1647. I don't know who are we posing for?
I don't know. There was just cameras.
Cameras.
I looked out there. There was cameras pointing at us.
We'll throw the, I don't know anything.
It's what we do with the Blazer Broadcast, man. If there's cameras, we're taking a picture together.
Exactly. Got Mr. GQ and Mr. I don't know.
Gardner Edgerton. Or Ryan Ragland.
Okay. I'll go with that.
30-yard line.
Still trying to get my mom to claim that, so we're working on that slowly. 48 and a half seconds to go in the first half. Sadler under pressure, hit as he released the ball.
All night long. All night long, our boys in the back
there. They're going to do that. What was it? What was the NFL films they had? They were talking about. Oh, there was one clip. No, it was a movie.
32 Rodriguez applying the pressure.
It was a movie or something like that. He said, "You sit down there. I'll be right back." I can't remember what movie it was, but I remember something to that effect. And I'm like, that's pretty much what they've done to Sadler all night tonight.
Yeah.
He's going to be glad that this is a Friday and not a Thursday, because if this was a Thursday game,
his first morning class would be tough.
And there's another broken play. It's supposed to be an option, and they bumped in together, and clock running at 35 seconds. And I would just say, let's just let the clock run out and call it good for now. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So at the half, 41-0 is your score. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with McCarthy Auto Group halftime show and the homecoming festivities, as we have 8, 7, 6 seconds left to go. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Car buying is easier when you search, shop, and save at McCarthy. Search any of the 11 McCarthy locations. Shop new Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, Hyundais, Nissans, Toyotas, Subarus, and pre-owned vehicles. And save. Only McCarthy has an additional $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, you keep the manufacturer rebates. It's time to search, shop, and save. Search Shop McCarthy now, or come see us at any of the 11 McCarthy locations.
Introducing the brand new Price Chopper Rewards, packed with new ways to save and new ways to spend your savings. Watch your savings add up every time you shop, whether you spend a little or a whole lot. Just check your Price Chopper app to see the offers we have for you this week. Then choose to spend them at checkout or at the pump. Download the Price Chopper app now and start saving today.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. If you're getting ready to sell your car, you know that appearance is key. So why not let Jeff get your car ready for you? Call Jeff at 620-1253.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware. Humphrey's Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphrey's Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Rangel back with you. The McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Blazers leading 41-0.
Majors, the
and
field is yours.
Back by popular demand, how about some Blazer Band here on the Blazer Broadcast Network?
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed the halftime performance of the Gardner Edgerton Trailblazer Marching Band. Special thanks to the Gardner Edgerton faculty, staff, and administration. We appreciate the extraordinary efforts made by our students, parents, and our staff who helped make this year's band a success.
Ryan Rangel back with you, the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth with HD service brought to you by Capes Home Heating and Cooling. And that was your Gardner Edgerton Trailblazer Band as it is homecoming night here in Gardner. And I wanted to get the band back on a little bit. We've had some requests and we have a few open, a little bit open time. Real quick, I want to remind everyone, real estate, commercial, residential, doesn't matter. Give this guy a call, Griffin Johns. Give him a call at 913. I need to write, I should probably write it down. 271.
2060. Good evening, ladies and
2060. There you go. Give Griffin Johns a call at 271. 271-2062 for any residential or commercial real estate. Also, get your $49 furnace tune-up at Capesville Homes Heating and Cooling. Give Sean Capes a call at 638-1647. And now let's head back down to the field for the homecoming announcements.
Seminar improv team, jazz band, the ping pong club, and he's been heavily involved in the Blazerettes. Next year, he plans to attend KU Polytechnic Flight School. His favorite moment as a Blazer has been the 5-day, 4-year event he has dominated called Spirit Week. The person Tate looks up to the most is Mr. Biggs. Tate says that Mr. Biggs lives up to the adage, quote, if you find a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life, end quote. When asked what was the best advice you've ever received, Tate replied, you only go to high school once, be as involved as you can. After graduation, what Tate will miss the most is the band, the enthusiastic student section, wonderful staff, and of course, the dance team. Up next, we have Isabella DiFrancesco. Isabella is the daughter of Tony and Angie DiFrancesco and sister to Kylie and Gabby. Isabella participates in Powder Puff and the cadet program here at GEHS. After graduation, she plans to pursue a degree in elementary education. She most looks up to her mom because she is the most kind and hard-working person she knows. The best advice Isabella ever received was from her mom, who said, quote, you should never have to work for your friends. They love you for who you are, end quote. Isabella's favorite moment as a Blazer was when the varsity football team went 10-1 last year during her junior year. What Isabella will miss most after graduation will be going to the dances and football games with all of her friends. And our next couple this evening is Tristan Glazer and Logan Bonner. Logan is the son of Robin Bonner. He's been involved in the student section of the Powder Puff dance team. Next year, Logan plans to attend a 4-year college and pursue a career in education. His favorite memory as a Blazer was the first time he got to lead the student section in the I Believe chant. Logan said that was something I'd wanted to do since freshman year. Logan says the role model he looks up to the most is Mrs. Amy Hughes because, quote, she's inspired not only the career path I'll be taking, but she also motivated me to be happier in life, end quote. The best advice he ever received was from GHS alumnus Nolan Fazell, who told Logan, don't take yourself or life too seriously and to have fun in everything you do, end quote. After graduation, Logan will most miss seeing his friends all the time, every day. And our next Queen candidate is Tristan Glazer. Tristan is the daughter of Kent and Charity Glazer, a sister to Tatum and Trent. At GHS, Tristan was involved in Student Council and National Honor Society. After graduation, Tristan plans to attend Kansas State and major in human resources. Her favorite moments as a Blazer was when it all started in 2004 as her father became the athletic director. And she said, quote, it's been a blast growing up in the gym and on the sidelines during Friday night football. The person Tristan looks up to the most is Pam Gardner. Quote, she has been by my side during this journey and she supports me in everything I do. Pam speaks her mind and gives great advice. She is one of a kind and such a hard-working lady, and she kicked cancer's butt. The best advice Tristan ever received was to always work hard and to be the bigger person in every situation. After graduating, Tristan says she will most miss all the memories she made in every classroom here at GHS, as well as everyone she grew up with and all the others she found along the way here as a student. And up next, we have Morgan McIntyre and Brett Harding. Brett is the son of Patty and Jeff Harding and brother to Kyle and Carson. Brett's high school activities have included varsity soccer, powder puff dance, buff puff, and natural helpers. Next year, Brett plans to attend a 4-year university to continue playing soccer and major in engineering. His favorite moment as a Blazer was, quote, playing on the soccer field all 4 years with my brothers and supporting my school throughout anything and everything we're involved in, end quote. Brett says he looks up to his mom the most because, quote, she is the strongest person I know and will do anything for our family. She has made me the person I am today, and I cannot express how much that means to me. I love you, Mama, end quote. Up next is Miss Morgan McIntyre. Morgan is the daughter of John and Melissa and sister to Jacob. Morgan's activities at GHS have included volleyball, track and field, student council, National Honor Society, natural helpers, choir, powder puff, and buff puff. Next year, Morgan plans to attend Fort Hays State University to play volleyball and major in diagnostic medical imaging. Her favorite moment as a Blazer was participating in state volleyball and state track. Morgan most looks up to her dad because he has been a diabetic his whole life and he has never once complained. She says he is the strongest person she knows. The best advice she has ever received came from Coach Nonamaker when he told her, "Run like your mom is chasing you," end quote. Morgan said the thing she will miss the most about GHS will be after graduating will be all of my amazing friends and teachers I've met along the way, and especially seeing my mom in the hallways. Miss Morgan McIntyre. And now we have Alex Van Reen and Evan Orozco. Evan is the son of Bob and Michelle Orozco, and while at GHS, Evan has participated in football, band, theater, powder puff, National Honor Society, track and field, Mr. GHS, and improv. Evan plans to attend college and pursue a career in upper level education, specifically history, and earning eventually a doctorate degree. Evan says his favorite moment as a Blazer was, quote, Mr. GHS, because of the moments spent with some of my closest friends as we embarrassed ourselves all for a good cause, end quote. Evan's role model has been Mr. Biggs because, quote, he's always pushing me and the other band students to improve ourselves on and off the marching field, end quote. The best advice Evan ever received was that no matter what problems arise in life, only worry about what you can control. The things that Evan will miss most after leaving GHS is performing in any contest and enjoying the unique experiences of GHS with amazing people every day. And walking out next is Alex Van Reen. Alex is the daughter of Michelle and Tony Reynolds and sister to Libby Van Reen. Her high school activities have included basketball, powder puff, National Honor Society, student council, natural helpers, and track. After graduation, Alex plans to go to Pittsburgh State University to become a pediatric nurse. Alex said that her favorite moment as a Blazer was last year's trip to El Dorado with the basketball team. All the girls made it so fun and memorable, and I will forever cherish those memories. I'm so thankful to know each and every one of them, end quote. The role model Alex looked up to the most is her mom because her mom has done so much for her and she is so strong. Alex says, quote, I hope to be as selfless and loving as she is one day, end quote. The best advice Alex has ever received is to own it. She says, no matter what you are doing, just be yourself, because if people don't accept you for you, then you aren't worth their time anyway. She was asked what she'll miss most after she leaves GHS, and Alex says, all of the bonds I've made with my teachers and friends who make the early mornings better, and the spicy chicken sandwiches. Our final couple this evening are Abby Wyand and Evan Wooten. Evan is the son of Neil and Angie Wooten and brother to Kylie. After graduation, Evan plans to attend KU and study psychology. Evan's favorite moment as a Blazer was being part of the student section. He says especially when we got so hyped, we broke a few bleachers, and we had a bigger student section at an away game last year in football versus Lawrence. Evan's role model is his sister because she's carved out her own path and always makes time for those who need her. The best advice he ever received was from his sister Kylie when she said, quote, people are going to give you their opinion whether you want it or not. Do what makes you happy. Evan says the things he'll miss most about GHS after graduation is the camaraderie of the student body and the cookies at lunch. And at last, but not least, Abby Wyand. Abby is the daughter of Kevin and Rachel Wyand and sister to Jordan, Ethan, and Joey. She's been involved in student council, National Honor Society, yearbook, natural helpers, Educators Rising, volleyball, madrigals choir, and lead crew. Abby plans to pursue a bachelor's degree in elementary education at Kansas State University after graduation. Abby's favorite moment as a Blazer is playing the ukulele and singing with her older sister, even the talent show at the Library Latte when she was a freshman and her sister was a senior. The role model Abby looks up to the most is her dad. She says, quote, he is the most selfless person I know, and because of him, I strive to be the best version of myself each day, end quote. Her mom gave Abby the best piece of advice she's ever received when she told Abby, your outlook determines the outcome. So make the best of every situation and focus on the good. Abby says that she will most miss after graduation seeing her teachers and best friends every day and simply being a trailblazer and showing school spirit. And finally, we have some special guests this evening. Returning King Trent Bellheimer and junior attendants Carter Yancey and Maddie Berg. Trent is attending Pittsburgh State University, still undecided of the major. What he misses most at being a Blazer was just being able to see his friends at the same place almost every day and the great teachers who helped him get ready for college. Our 2018 homecoming queen, Sawyer Brooks, was unable to make it this evening as she is attending the University of Florida studying public relations. She's loving every minute, but she wants everyone to know that she loves GHS and she definitely misses her friends and family back here. Now, our junior attendant, Carter Yancey, is a kindergartner at Madison Elementary, home of the Madison Bears. He is the son of Emily and Jordan Yancey and brother to Lily, along with Luke and Hobbs, his dogs. His favorite subject in school is numbers and PE. Carter says in his free time, I like to play with dinosaurs. My favorite is the velociraptor. I like to go on walks with my family and my dogs to look for frogs. I love to play with my Star Wars toys and wrestling with my dad. I also love reading books. And when he grows up, Carter would like to be a motorcycle cop with a sidecar for his police dog. Let's hear it for Carter. And finally, Madeline Berg. Maddie is the daughter of Kyle and Jobette Berg and sister to Amelia. Maddie attends Madison Elementary as well, where she is a kindergartner and her favorite subject is reading and PE. In her free time, she likes to play on the playground and ride roller coasters. She likes going to Disney and spending time and playing with her sister. She also likes Christmas. When she grows up, Maddie would like to be a scientist and learn about animals. Let's hear it for Madeline Berg. And now the moment you've all been waiting for is upon us. Your 2019 GHS Homecoming King and Queen are Evan Orozco and Isabella DiFrancesco.
And there is your homecoming king and queen for 2019. He does it all. It's Evan Orozco. He's on the football team. He directs the band, and he's a homecoming king. And congratulations to Isabella DiFrancesco.
Trailblazer fans, let's hear it
I don't want to butcher the name, but that's the best I can do. But congratulations to this year's homecoming king and queen and their court. We're going to take a quick time out here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. When we come back, we'll take a look at some scores, talk a little bit about the second half of the Blazers leading 41-0. We'll be back in a few minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Car buying is easier when you search, shop, and save at McCarthy. Search any of the 11 McCarthy locations. Shop new Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, Hyundais, Nissans, Toyotas, Subarus, and pre-owned vehicles. And save. Only McCarthy has an additional $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, you keep the manufacturer rebates. It's time to search, shop, and save. Search Shop McCarthy now or come see us at any of the 11 McCarthy locations.
Introducing the brand new Price Chopper Rewards, packed with new ways to save and new ways to spend your savings. Watch your savings add up every time you shop. Whether you spend a little or a whole lot. Just check your Price Chopper app to see the offers we have for you this week. Then choose to spend them at checkout or at the pump. Download the Price Chopper app now and start saving today.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can enjoy Coke products along with 250-foot-long Barely Pop for the big kids. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Don't forget on Wednesdays, senior citizens can get 10% off their purchase. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from American Computers.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Thank you. Can I help you today?
No thanks. I'm just looking. This is cute. So?
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Like they're the fashion police.
Ryan Ragland, Griffin Johns back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth as we are at the half of the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show. 41-0 your score, and it's been literally, well, I mean, you can kind of guess by the score. It's been all Blazers. Tevin McKelvey scores 23 yards out. Renault, don't you know, scores 50 yards out. A block punt. Blazers get the ball into 21. Crow gets a score. Then a fumble by Northwest. Blazers get it back. Tevin McKelvey, 27-yard run, a punt. Then an interception by the Blazers, or by Olathe Northwest. And then Ethan Reynolds says, well, here, I'll be right back. He gets a touchdown for interception for a touchdown. And that's going to be your 41, as one of the extra points were no good on a holding penalty. Backed it up, missed just a little bit. And you asked me today, before the game started, was it going to be an offensive game? Was it going to be a defensive game or special teams?
Yes,
and I said,
you said offense.
And it's been
offense.
I'm just saying that's
with a little bit of defense. A little bit of defense.
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Just.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
Well, I mean, when literally the defense is blitz.
Yep.
They're bringing the house. And as soon as they've brought the house, they go out and they find another house and they bring it too.
Yep. Because the Olathe Northwest hasn't shown that they can get the ball down the field.
They haven't. I mean, they've made a couple decent plays, and you know their first two plays of the game were pretty good. The first was a wheel route, and then they had another one on a run.
But since then, it's just been a little bit by a little bit.
Yeah, and that little bit hasn't been enough little bits to make a big bit.
Right.
So anyway, we're going to take us. It's been a great game for the Blazers. Take a look at the scores around the metro area. Brought to you by 810 Varsity Sports. A huge thanks. What do you mean, What do you mean shaking your head, What do you mean, Yeah, there is. Everything's on. Is that on? If you're not hearing us, let me know. Music on the soundboard, competing with the band playing sounds great. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I forgot to turn it down. We should have. Get back on the camera. Hey. Actually, I don't know, you're saying you're not hearing us, but let's see here. Yep, we're on there.
All right, let's see what
you
the
can get
second
the
half
other
got
one.
in store for us.
That goes up a bunch.
A little square.
30. And the kickoff. Coming back to the near side. Already have a flag on the play across the 50. Jacob Renault, don't you know? Across the 45, would have to check the flag. And Lynette says, here you from Myrtle Beach. Yep, something wrong with the headset. We got the other ones over here if you want to grab those for whatever reason. I'm not sure why you wouldn't be able to hear anything on those.
He's going to try his hardest to make those work because that's the nicer pair of headsets right there.
Is that the nicer pair?
I think so.
I thought those are pretty nice too.
I don't know. By looks, I like that
By
one.
looks.
I guess not by sound.
And check the penalty, as it's going to be against the Blazers, so it's going to back it up all the way to the 20-yard line. How about that chain gang over there?
Oh, they're doing a great job.
They're doing all right.
a great job.
They're doing all right.
I think they've gotten better over the season, just a little bit.
Yeah, they've tried. Real quick, taking a look at the scores around the metro area. Let's see here. Miege still leaves Rockers 13-7. Lawrence leading Shawnee Mission Northwest 21-13.
Ooh, he tried to bounce it outside.
Tried to bounce outside, not much there. Olathe East leading Shawnee Mission North 34-0. Olathe West leading Shawnee Mission West 19-7. That's a little bit of an upset. Shawnee Mission East and Shawnee Mission South at 7-3, with East leading that one. So the big game we're still looking at is Lawrence and Shawnee Mission Northwest. And I'm not sure.
Second and 8.
We'll have to check back on that one. Coming around the near side, had a lead block, but not much there. Nice job by the near defensive end.
Number 15, Bergman, the ball carrier.
And it's going to make it 3rd and about 5. So right now, the game we're watching, Lawrence and Shawnee Mission Northwest, an 8-point lead for Lawrence. And right now, Gardner's a big Shawnee Mission Northwest fan. If Lawrence wins this one, that's gonna make it tough.
Nah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. There's a little bit of season left.
Well, and of course the Blazers
it is gonna make it tough. Yes.
Well, and
here we go.
I mean, it's still still possibilities there. And we're gonna have a timeout already. Coach Cornelson's calling a timeout, and he's looking back at the. I'm not sure if he's looking at the coach or the line judge, or if he was. Anyway, he's not happy. Called a timeout. Our next broadcast will be next Thursday as the Blazers take on the Indians of Shawnee Mission North. Broadcast starts at 6:15 with a look around the Sunflower League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, and then the pregame with the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show starting at 6:40, and then HD broadcast of the Blazers and Indians, brought to you by Cape Sol Homes Heating and Cooling with tech support by American Computers. And then it's the big game back here in 2 weeks as the Blazers take on the Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest. Hand off to the far side, cuts it back in, a big area of green field, the far side, across the 50, he's on a foot race to 30, the 20, the 10, knocked out of bounds all the way to the 5-yard line. Butash with the run. Tyler.
Yeah, that's the younger Butash right there.
5'10", a $160 sophomore. So we're going to lose one Butash, and we're going to get another Butash. Insert your joke here.
You got it.
Clock stops at 10:14. Well, it was going to happen. I just openly admitted. Oh, go ahead. You're going to knock one in there anyway.
Ball carrier number 6, Butash.
All right.
Try to bring it back to the far side. Reggie Dennis with the carry.
He wanted that edge again.
He was looking for it. Clock running at 10 minutes.
On the play, number 3, Wilson. Second down and goal to go. Line of scrimmage, the Ravens 7.
I want to say huge thanks, though, the 159 people watching the broadcast. That's kind of nice, averaging about 150 a night.
It's not bad.
I'll take that.
Not bad.
Hey.
Yeah. It's only going to grow.
Clock running at 9.5. Second and goal. Trying to cut it back inside across the 5 is the elder Butash. Another flag on the play. That's probably going to be holding.
Carry, penalty flag on the play.
As it was thrown by the white hat. And they're going to back it up.
Making the tackle, assisted by number 10, Perfetti.
Soap stops the clock at 9:20. I have a feeling we're going to have a Q sighting.
I think we might too.
Q sightings are good.
They're not bad.
They're not bad. Do you agree with that, Warren, down there? Okay, just checking. So we'll try this again. Second and goal from the 17. Back up the middle. There was a hole there for a second
for
Trenton Bryan.
Spin forward, though. That was good.
So third and goal from the 11. Clock running at 9 minutes.
That's a long 11.
That's a long, 4 down territory. No, I say you take the field goal.
No.
I say you take the field goal.
No, you go for it. I like that run the score up idea.
Sandy Luter says just tuned in to check on the game. Go Blazers. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh.
And they're going to say incomplete. We'll have to check the replay here real quick.
Yeah, and if this isn't good enough, we might have to go back to New York.
Yeah, we'll have to check with New York. I'm not sure why it's kind of hard to tell. The chat was in the way as we're watching the delayed on the.
Well, I guess you're right. They're going to go for the field goal.
Yeah, I would.
I guess there is this thing called sportsmanship, right?
Well, unless you're Bill Belichick and yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. Clock at 8:33. Extra point is up. And good. So 44-0 is the score. And we'll take a quick timeout. No, actually, we'll keep it here. Make sure you give this guy a call, Griffin Johns, for your commercial and residential needs. Give him a call at 271-2062. At Keller Williams Real Estate, there's not a thing that this guy can't sell you. Well, I guess there's a few things.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't sell pins. I don't sell.
You don't sell pins?
No, I don't. I can.
Do you have a pin that says like Griffin's Johns, Keller Williams on it?
No, I do not.
You need to get some of those because I kind of like to have one.
You want one?
Yeah, and then I'd like to have you sign it for me.
You have to talk to Steve Johns. You have to shoot him a message, maybe.
Hey, Steve, get this guy some pins. I want an autographed pin from the Griff. I'm just saying. Clock at 8:30.
I don't know about that. I don't know about all that.
You know what? I had when I was bowling a regional, I had someone come up to me and said, "Would you sign my pin for me?" It was a bowling pin.
Right.
And my first initial reaction was, "You want me to deface the value of the pin?" It was a major PBA tour stop, and you had guys like Norm Duke, Pete Weber, Walter Ray Williams, all these guys on there, and you want me to put my name on this? Holy moly! There's a hole. Cuts it back to the 40-yard line, brought down by Gus Davis. But I'll tell you what,
popped out of there.
Dave Baffrey said, "It's the parting of the Red Sea." And I'm like, "Mo, there it is," and he just took off. Wow. Bradbury said, "I'll take this and thank you very much." And he took the return all the way down to the 35-yard line.
41-yard kickoff return.
All right, let's see what they got. Down 44. Think a pass. Maybe.
You think it's a necessity to score this?
Yeah.
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 But you've got to kind of nice big hole in that left side. Good gain. You've got to kind of sit there and wonder with a school that's been in existence since 2004, so you've had 15 years, and the most wins you've had is 6 wins.
Ball carrier number 2, Evans.
At some point, you've got to scratch your head, going, "What are we doing wrong here?" But you're trying to get on to a coach with a system that works, and it's not like they've brought in any schmucks or anything. They've had some pretty good coaches come in.
You're right.
Clock running at 7:40. Sadler with the keeper and the quick pitch to the outside. He's got some room across the 10, the 5, down to the 4-yard line. I'll tell you what.
As soon as he cut up that field, you see that?
Bolden says, "That way, young man. We're going that way." The flag on the play is Jordan saying, "Nah, it's coming back."
Well, we like that.
So you're wearing a black and white striped shirt now? Okay. So you got the headset to work, right? So what'd you do wrong? Okay. Well, I thought I'd ask. Let's get some crowd noise going here a little bit more. I like the ambiance of crowd noise.
On the offense.
Clock running at 7:27 here in the third. And I have to apologize, the first half,
38-yard line.
if there was no audio during the commercials, I
Second
kind of
down.
made a mistake and turned the audio down on the commercials, and I forgot to turn it back up, and I did that during the halftime. So
Right.
I apologized for all that. Pass deep
Pass incomplete.
as Bolden went out, and Sedler threw it inside.
Results in 3rd and 13.
How many points do you think the Blazers will end up with at the end of the game?
The intended receiver. Johnson defending.
Right now, you're saying 50?
I can see close to 55 or over.
They'll score one more time. I think they'll score one more time. I think, and then
Let's just focus on a defensive stop right here.
yeah, going over the top, incomplete. I'll tell you what, Sedler's got a nice touch to it. That was
a great
that was a
spot.
should have been.
Yep. On the wide receiver's part, yeah.
Yeah, that should have had that one. Clock stopped at 7:03, makes it 4th and 12. Once again, a huge thanks to Wally at Blazers for the pregame meal. I'm telling you, people, best burgers in town, bar none, unequivocally.
And shakes. And
Oh,
shakes.
shakes,
Let's
good
not forget
Lord.
about their chocolate shakes.
Give me a
man.
chocolate shake, son.
Oh, my goodness.
Chocolate shake and a cheeseburger and a wrap. I'm telling you, people.
That's a wrap.
That I see what you did there. Sedler with a quick pass again, going over the top and overthrown.
Pass.
But I'm telling you, go to Blazers,
Turnover on downs.
get a Blazer burger, and tell them you want it in a tortilla wrap. If you haven't done it, try it, because the bread, I mean the buns are good, but the bread will kind of take away from the flavor of the meat. You do that one time, and you're going to start doing that, because I do that at home.
Okay.
I've even taken a Big Mac one time and taken the buns off and wrapped it up.
It's probably a healthier solution to take those buns off.
Well, he takes the carbs off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So clock at 6:58. Ooh. That wasn't a jump. That wasn't encroachment. As Coach Cornelson's going to take a timeout, we'll take one and two. 6:58 to go in the third quarter. Take a timeout. Be back after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphreys Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Introducing the all-new Price Chopper Rewards. Save every time you shop, whether you spend a little or a lot. You can use your rewards at Price Chopper and at Quick Trip. Download the Price Chopper app today to see the offers.
Ryan Rangel back with you at McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth with Griffin Johns and Jordan McIntyre. Just saw a comment on one of the broadcasts. Said Blazer broadcasters were certainly missed last week. I appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
It just had a scheduling conflict and
Second down and 3.
it was a tough decision, but had to do it, and I appreciate that. That's big run up the middle at the 45-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Blazers. Stops the clock at 6:15.
Ball carrier number 6, Tyler Butash.
But we will be back next week
As the Trailblazers have a first
against
down. Line of scrimmage
Shawnee
down
Mission
at 3
North.
at 45. First and 10, Gardner, Edgerton.
And make sure if you need, well, I'm not going to say make sure if you need, just get it done. Get your furnace tune up. Give Sean Capes a call with Capes Home Heating and Cooling at 638-1647. $49
Only
tune-up.
$49.
Only. I mean, come on. When you think about the cost of it, when you think about the cost of a furnace, I mean, you spend how much for an oil change? If you don't do it yourself, you go like the Big O's.
Oh, yeah.
You're about the cost of what it takes to change the oil. Do that and get your furnace tuned up. If there's nothing wrong, hey, you have the peace of mind on say, hey, everything's good. The man said it was. And you know what?
Bottom line is it's $49 to stay heated. That's good. That's good.
That's a good bargain. I like that idea.
And with a nice guy.
He is a good guy. Trying to get around the corner. If you're going to fall forward. Garrett Bergman, a 6'1", 155-pound sophomore.
I know somewhere right now Coach Bergman's smiling a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
He's wearing a good number. Treat it with respect. He's wearing a good number, that 15.
Tim Tebow? I'm kidding.
He didn't make no 15, man.
At Florida he did.
Huh?
I said at Florida
No,
he
he
did.
didn't.
Oh, come on.
He's a schmuck. Hand off up to Milt. It's going to be a first down.
They'll move the chains and have a
They're going to move it down to first down at the 32. Nah, he's all right.
He's all right. I love it.
I'll tell you what, he starts doing anything in AAA. Is he at AAA or just double?
I thought he's
No, he's still playing. He's playing. Yeah. It's either double or AAA. I can't remember.
Too. I know that.
Huh?
I say he's doing a lot of other stuff too. I know that.
He's doing a lot of ESPN with the college stuff. Bounce it to the outside is Butash.
There's a couple more blocks on the edge, and he might have had it.
He might have been there. Clock running at 4 minutes. From Belching Berry, well, that was how many points? From Dave Warner, big number 52, Taylor Warner, and K-State's commit's father checking in from Hugonton. Good to hear from you. Was it Taylor Warner?
Yep, right
here. And
second down and 11.
Devontae Pritchard.
Yep.
Wildcats. Not bad.
15
And there's a loss on the play.
27 and 36 combined.
As Coach Cornelson's starting to get some of the reserves in to get them some reps. And I'll tell you the funniest thing. I'll kind of preference it here in a second when you take a look at the experience of players and everything with the same system. And we're going to have a false start as Tyler Getzman in at quarterback. So in 8th grade, Bubba Starling broke his hand.
Okay.
My son Jeff, I say Jeffrey, was the starting quarterback for the JV.
Okay.
Of course, if anything happened, then he went up.
He got the call up?
He got the call up.
Oh.
So, he's calling me and everything saying, hey, Dad, he goes, I'm in, Bubba broke his hand. He goes, I got to go to practice. I'll call you, see you when I get home. Love you, bye. Wow, okay, cool. So he comes walking in, and I go, so how'd it go? And he sits there and shakes his head. He goes, man, those plays really work.
That's funny.
I'm like, yeah, they do. They really work.
Timeout. Gardner.
As Coach Cornelson calls a timeout. Our next broadcast will be Thursday against Shawnee Mission North. So make sure you stay tuned to that and see if we can take a look at some more scores, see if we have some updates. As it loads up from 810 Varsity Sports, a huge thanks to Chad Rather with 810 Varsity Sports and everything he does and carries the broadcast. 28-12, Blue Valley leading Blue Valley Northwest. God, Mill Valley over Blue Valley North, 21-7. The Mustangs just falling down. St. Thomas doing what St. Thomas does against Jags. 20-7 Miege over Rockhurst. Still 21-13 Lawrence over Shawnee Mission Northwest. 34-0 Olathe East over Shawnee Mission North. 19-7 Olathe West over Shawnee Mission West.
Third down and 18.
So not a whole lot going on. And tight game, Shawnee Mission East and Shawnee Mission South. East leading 7-6. Back to pass. The Q is in, and it's going to be intercepted as he was rolling back and throwing off his back foot.
Number 5 with the pick.
I think the Q-Meister did everything he could to make that throw about as difficult as he could. Plus, he was getting pressured.
He's going to learn when people are coming at him like that. Maybe not throw it into double coverage.
Yeah.
Just toss it out of bounds.
Off your back foot.
Live and learn.
And rolling backwards.
Survive. Yeah.
That was the hat trick of no-nos? Is that what you're saying?
He's got plenty of time. He'll come back.
He's a junior, isn't he?
Yep.
Clock stopped at 2:20, and this quarter has
right now though. He the last thing he can do is put his head down.
Hey,
he's not doing it. That's good.
No. Big brother's got to watch him.
Yeah,
you'll have a little talk with him when you get home.
It's the body language. It's the most important thing.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't do it again.
Yep.
And there's a fumble, a scoop, and almost a score down to the 3-yard line. Time to redeem yourself. There's a fumble. I'm trying to see who picked that up. Looks like that might have been Will Schuler, a 6'1", 168-pound sophomore, tight end. Almost had the scoop and score.
You got a shot now.
There you go. He just looks like a quarterback.
How about that defense, though, the scoop?
Almost a scoop and scoring. All right, 2:12. Wasn't there 2:12 when the play started?
Well, you know,
maybe it's 2:20. I think it was 2:20.
Something about that home field advantage they always say. You know? Uh-oh.
Q drops the snap, picks it back up. Nerves?
I was just about to say. I think.
Little nervousness there.
A little nerves getting on the ice, but he'll settle. He'll settle.
Hey, this is the time to learn, right? Clock running at 1:50 in the third. Clock running at 1:35. Q with a handoff up the middle, close to the goal line. Mark him down at about the 1-yard line. Think we're going to go another power play?
He's down to the 1.
On the 1?
Third and goal to go.
Yeah, I think we're going up the middle.
I was throwing you a softball. I didn't think you'd miss it, but I was just, Clock running at 1 minute. Handoff up the middle, in for the touchdown, Blazers.
Touchdown, Trailblazers.
Makes it 50-0 with the extra point ready to go.
Number 42, Trenton Bryan with the touchdown.
So now they're actually going to go for 2. No, they're going for the field goal. So the clock stopped at
field now. Little Coons, love that guy.
Who is it?
Coonsy.
Oh, Coons?
Caden Coons. Such a great kid.
An extra point by Calvin is up and good.
PAT after the hold from Johns.
Makes it 51-0. As we have under a minute to go in the first. So any big plans there, Griff?
Do what?
Big plans this weekend?
This weekend, not so much. Not so much.
Until Sunday evening?
Until Sunday evening, yes, for sure.
Well,
He's Colts, man.
Oh. I know Jordan's over here going.
Luck was scared. He didn't want to come back in Arrowhead, man.
He knew better.
Yeah, he knew.
Well, Jordan's going to KU Oklahoma tomorrow. I have yet to go to a KU game, you know what?
Really? Well,
some people say
your last best shot for football was 08.
Yeah, but next year will be pretty good.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think we're on the rise.
I mean,
it looks bad on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
but I think we're on the rise.
Well, and everyone says, well, Klein's doing a lot better job at K-State than Miles is doing at KU, and it's like Klein had a lot better looking cupboard than what Les Miles did at Kansas. So it's going to take a little bit. I mean, you know, they say, okay, so how do you lose to Coastal Carolina and then go on the road and beat Boston College?
Any given
It's college football. That's how it is.
Day.
Yeah. You know, and you could have matchup, you know, teams that just match up better than one to the other.
Yep.
But the fact that KU can go on the road to a Big East team and
that was a huge win.
Yeah, that was massive. So I'm just kind of thinking, well,
shoot, whenever we won that game, I was like, oh, hey, hold on now.
Yeah, and then they come back. Yeah, and then they come back the next week and look what happens. It's like, really? Come on, guys. West Virginia. They got drilled by Missouri.
Right. That was the good old days back in the border war. KU versus Missouri at Arrowhead. Remember those days?
Yeah, that was, I don't know. Want to thank everyone joining us here on the Blazer Broadcast Network on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the alert button, and hit the like button. And some people say, well, what does it do hitting the like button? Well, it makes it more popular if you have the more likes. And when someone searches whatever,
you're
there it
really
is.
not breaking a sweat pressing a button.
No, you're going ding, ding, ding.
And it does not hurt you at all.
And you can do it while you're eating, drinking, or whatever.
Yeah, you really can.
Long kickoff up to the 10-yard line. Bolden has a seam up to Miller. Check that. That's Grant Hall. And he's trying to go to the far side. He's got one man to beat. He may be able to take this all the way to the 10-5 touchdown. As Grant Hall takes it 90 yards for the score.
90-yard touchdown.
That'll give you a wake-up call on special teams. He got the seam right in the middle, about the 30, 35-yard line, and he pushed it to the outside. And he went, I'm out. See ya. Peace.
Deuces. Yeah, they got Tyreek Hill.
You're not Tyreek Hill, dude, but you can try to put it up. And how about getting Tyreek Hill back if they win Sunday and go 5-0, and you're getting Tyreek Hill back?
Yeah.
That's
nice. We got
a
lot of weapons on that team.
And we're going to keep it here. The score is now 51-7. And if anyone's part of the Kansas City Chiefs fan Facebook page or whatever, someone posted a deal that Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless have, whatever. There's Undisputed, I think, or whatever. I don't watch it. I watch First Take.
Right.
But Shannon Sharp, he had the comment, about putting the 5 wide. And he goes, I can't remember, something about they're in trouble or something like that. I can't remember. And Skip Bayless says that there's going to be too many egos on the Chiefs' offensive side for Patrick Mahomes to keep everyone happy.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Really, dude?
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry. I think they're all on board with what Mr. Mahomes is doing.
I think the egos, they're chilling in New England right now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, God. I don't see.
No, I think that ego left, right?
Golly. That wasn't even an ego. That was like a wannabe cancer or something.
I mean, you're talking from week 4 preseason to, what was it, week 2?
Yeah. He gets in one game, and now we got to let you go. And now you want to sue and try to get all this guaranteed money. I think there's some kind of clause in there that kind of prevents that, dude.
Well, think about how much money he's making just being all about that drama. The media.
Oh, geez.
He's all over.
Yeah. And it's going to be stopped at the 25-yard line with 9 minutes to go in the game.
I like how we've gotten to the point where we can talk about that situation and not even say the name, and everybody knows who we're talking about.
And everyone wanted to go, oh, do we get him? No, you don't get him, and you don't get Ramsey either. Don't need him.
That's true.
He's a talent.
Tough.
But I'm sorry, you get to the point where you're demanding all this money, and you're not going to deliver that much return. Clock running at 9:15. And I believe we have the continuous clock going on with the point spread. Hand off up the middle.
You know, or you could just do it smart. Pat Mahomes, the guy does not need the $200 million contract that we're all talking about. He's getting paid so much money in endorsements.
And you know what he's going to?
Why don't you just play football for $10 million and help the team out so you can spend money on all the other
And I'll tell you,
assets?
he's going to do the exact same thing that Tom Brady did.
Yep, I feel like that too.
What
an all-around guy.
And I'll tell you what, Brady doing what he did, that was smart. I'm sure he has, enough, like you said, enough endorsements. I'm sure there's enough incentives and everything that he. I mean, my God, he's not going to get into any kind of media. He doesn't need to.
No, not at all.
He's going to get big, fat, and chubby when he leaves the NFL.
Someday.
What is he? 42?
Yeah, 42, and he says he's not retiring until 45. So,
well, he's going to feel like he wants to retire after Kansas City gets done with him in a few weeks. Because I've made the prediction there's a very good chance that both New England and Kansas City can be undefeated when those two meet in Foxborough.
I could see it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That would.
Clock running at 7:52. Handoff up the middle. Now some people will ask, now when we've seen Quentin in the offense, we've seen him throwing the ball and stuff, which is true. But the thing is, there's no need to right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I am going to defend him a little bit. Whenever I had my first varsity appearance, it was versus Blue Valley. We were down. It was at Blue Valley. And I tried to make something happen at the end of the play, and I tossed the ball that I thought was going to my guy, and the linebacker jumped it.
Stepped right in front of it.
And took it for 6. Pick 6. That was my first varsity
And you're
toss.
standing there going, what happened?
Yeah, I kind of walked off the field, had the head down a little bit, and then everybody was like, dude, keep your head up. And I was like, oh, man.
That didn't work out, did it?
That's embarrassing for its first
And what did Coach Diener tell you?
Well, he said, look, we need to work on that. In all nice Diener words, he said we need to work on that, and we'll give you some time.
It's okay. The game wasn't on the line, but let's not do that again.
Right.
Nice. 6:30 on the clock. Cut back to the inside, up to the 45-yard line.
Number 6, Butash with the carry. Out to the 45.
But yes,
Tyler Butash with the carry.
You're right. The passing in this offense is very, very limited.
Don't need it.
You don't.
We've only thrown one pass.
Right.
And that was an interception.
And last week we went 2 for 3. His percentage is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got to be, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it does pretty well. So 3rd and 3. And should be enough for a first down, or just, excuse me. Coming up from the pile was Caleb White. Wow, they're going to say there was a fumble. There didn't look like there was that much of a scramble for it, but it's going to be a fumble and a recovery for the Ravens at the 5:18 mark. Our next broadcast, again, will be next Thursday, Shawnee Mission North at Shawnee Mission North, as we will have HD coverage. You're going to be able to be there, Jordan? Dad's going to be there. He'll be there. I don't know who else is going to be there, but hey, you going to be there?
Does it start at 7?
Start at 7.
I can make it work.
You can make it work. The man will be there. Hand off to the near side up to the 45-yard line.
Number 2, Evans on the carry. 53.
Is it Shawnee Mission North? At Shawnee Mission North?
At Shawnee Mission North.
Oh. Evans.
Where I played my last high school football game.
It was.
I guess I got to be there, huh?
You going to be okay?
I don't know. Yeah. It's going to be tough.
I think you do.
Life goes on.
It does.
Right.
You got to face it at some point, right?
At the end of the day,
Big hole up the middle.
Okay, we'll take that.
Down at the 18-yard line.
Ball carrier 31, Logan Wallace.
I wouldn't even consider that a tackle. I would consider that a scare. Who was in on the scare for our defense right there?
Ask Junior about that. He had the interception at Northwest.
First and 10 Ravens.
Or no. He was 5, 6. Lived in Wichita. And they were supposed to do an end around. And he got the toss. Hand off up the middle. And he got the toss and he went to the far side. Nobody was home within the area code. And he got about to the 5-yard line and Turf Monster got him.
Man.
He bit the turf. He got
that's like that slow motion in the movie.
He did.
Like you're almost there and all of a sudden boom, ball.
And he got up. He got up and he just put his arms up and slapped up the side of his legs like, oh man.
At least give me the ball now,
2:55 on the clock.
He's probably like, just let me finish it.
Yeah, pretty much. On the keeper up to about the 15-yard line. And I'll put this on Facebook. But a reminder to everyone, get your furnace tune-up now. Normally $59. Call Capesville Homes Heating and Cooling at 638-1647 and tell them you heard about it on the Blazer Broadcast Network. And you'll get $10 off and get it for $49. You can't beat it. On the keeper. As Sadler still in the game.
Sadler keeps it. He's up in 5.
Clock running at 2:05, so it's going to be another big win for the Blazers as they will advance their record to 4-1. And we'll have to check one more time on the Lawrence Shawnee Mission Northwest game. I just had it a second ago. It moved on me. 28-13, so it looks like Lawrence is going to be the only undefeated team in the Sunfire League. And at this time last year, I'll have to look. Oh, that. Here, you take it anyway, because I got a bunch of blue shirts coming at me. I don't want it.
That was the pure quarterback panic right there, saying, "Look, I'm a pretty boy. I need to get the ball out of my hands."
You've been there.
Oh yeah.
You're like, aye.
Okay, you can feel it coming at that point.
Is that doing the hot potato?
Yep.
For the tackle.
So clock running at 1:05.
Yeah, I used to tell Skeens to stay close just in case.
Just in case. And how many times did he bail on you?
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
He was there. He was there when I needed him.
Okay, well, that's good. As long as it wasn't a lot. So under a minute to go. Blazers going to advance their record to 4-1. Olathe Northwest will fall to 0-5, and the Blazers will take on the 0-5 Olathe Northwest, or Shawnee Mission North Indians.
Sadler keeps it.
On Thursday, pregame starts at 6:15 with a look around the Sunfire League brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed. And then we will have coaches' comments on the McCarthy Garden Group pregame show, and then we will have the kickoff in HD brought to you by Capes Homes Heating and Cooling with tech support by American Computers. 50-7 your final score. We'll take a timeout, be back with the McCarthy Garden Group postgame show in a minute on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Car buying is easier when you search, shop, and save at McCarthy. Search any of the 11 McCarthy locations. Shop new Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, Hyundais, Nissans, Toyotas, Subarus, and pre-owned vehicles. And save. Only McCarthy has an additional $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, you keep the manufacturer rebates. It's time to search, shop, and save. Search Shop McCarthy now or come see us at any of the 11 McCarthy locations.
Introducing the brand new Price Chopper Rewards. Packed with new ways to save and new ways to spend your savings. Watch your savings add up every time you shop. Whether you spend a little or a whole lot. Just check your Price Chopper app to see the offers we have for you this week. Then choose to spend them at checkout or at the pump. Download the Price Chopper app now and start saving today.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Sean for any home indoor air quality products that you might need or be interested in. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. 638-1647.
Blazers Restaurant, serving Gardner's best burgers made fresh every day since 1976. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
American Computers, your one-stop shop for all of your computer needs. Stop in and see what all they have in stock. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth alongside Griffin Johns and Jordan McIntyre at the helm of the camera. And Blazers come up nice 51-7 win, exactly kind of what you needed. Because
just kind of.
Well, you take a look at it. You know, we made the comment that, you know, Shawnee Mission or Olathe Northwest, you know, is still a good team.
Oh yeah.
You know, you have to take every team
seriously.
Yeah, you can't sit there and you know, take anything for granted. Olathe North. You
can't take a half off.
Yep, no. Shawnee Mission North next year, still looking for a win, and you know, you have to go with the same attitude. You have to execute, and I'll tell you what, the defense doing what they're doing is that's not Devontae, is it down there? Hope not. I'm looking down there. I didn't notice that we had an injured Blazer, but
no, that's not Devontae.
Okay, I was looking for him over on the other end. Anyway, you still have to execute. You got to come in with the fire, and
they did,
because in 2 weeks you've got, actually hand me that blue folder real quick, and I'll double check, because you have Shawnee Mission North Shawnee Mission North next week, and then the week after that, I do believe it's Shawnee Mission Northwest. So, no, actually we have Shawnee Mission West coming in. So, you still have, because
good matchups though.
You know what? Sometimes if I would prepare just a little bit better, I'd actually be pretty good, because I have this thing in front of me called a computer, and I can just have it up ready to go, and it, you know, works out pretty well. So, yeah, we have Shawnee Mission North, and that's at Shawnee Mission North, and then Shawnee Mission Northwest comes here. That's going to be the game, because, you know, you got two teams with one loss. You don't want to go in with two losses, because you're already going to have enough teams with one loss, and you don't want to be down.
Yep.
You know, you go down with two losses, you could easily be
in the middle of the pack.
6-7.
Yep.
6, 7, 8, and that's not where you want to be.
No.
That makes it even tougher.
Then you're traveling for at least 3 of those rounds.
It's, you know, you're hoping you're not. That's the whole deal about that. So yeah, you want to get that.
It's crazy. We're already to the point of the season where we only got 3 games left. Away, home, away.
Yep.
Playoffs.
Away, home, away, home, away. And
playoffs, and hopefully back home.
We'll be back. Yeah, let's get a couple home games on there, and you know, as we said, Lawrence defeating Shawnee Mission Northwest, so Lawrence is going to be the only undefeated team, and I'll tell you, Lawrence making big strides from last year.
Oh yeah, we were talking about them week 1.
They're
going to be a different team, and now they're 5-0.
Yeah, they had 3 different quarterbacks last year, and now Coach Rempe kind of
got it together,
has them going, saying, "Okay, boys,
here we go. This is what we
got. This is what we do." So, anyway, thanks for joining us here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Make sure you give Sean Case with Cape's Homes Heating and Cooling a call with the $49 furnace tune-up, normally $59, but $49 for Blazer Broadcast Network fans. Give them a call at 638-1647. Commercial real estate or residential real estate, give the Griffmeister a call, 271-2062. We'll have all that on Facebook. You have a Facebook page for your realty, don't you? No?
I do not yet, actually. I do not.
I think that might be something you need to do.
It needs to be in the works, yeah. Need to get my media going up to date, yeah?
You got to talk to the media manager.
I guess.
That's if he lets you.
A little bit.
Anyway, huge thanks for Jordan McIntyre joining us and helping us out with the camera and a big win for the Blazers, 51-7. And I think we, as you said earlier, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Blazers tomorrow, Blazer Burger, and a wrap.
There you go.
Sounds good. And you know what? They've been on the broadcast. They're not now, but I'm going to tell you what. Big O's has their customer appreciation deal. Les and everyone there, best guys in the world. I'm giving them a free plug. Get out there. You got tons of prizes from like noon to 3, I think it is. So get out there. Get out there and tell Les and them a huge thanks for everything they do. That's where I go. That's the only place I'll go to. Big O.
Nice.
That's it. Not just Big O.
Well, yeah.
I'm going there.
Big O Gardner.
Yeah, I'm going there. So thanks to Les and everything they do. Go out there and see them and tell them I gave them a few plug. What the hey? Good people out there. So for Jordan, for Griff, I'm Ryan Ragland. Have a great weekend. Our next broadcast Thursday, Shawnee Mission North at Shawnee Mission North. Pregame starts at 6:15. So for Jordan and Griff, I'm Ryan. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you Thursday right back here on the Blazer Broadcast Network.